Turn that shit up.
Real psycho.
Roll it up. Prendelo. Yeah. Light it up. Real psycho. What we drinking, what we smoking. What we drinking, what we smoking. Who's rolling? Be real. Be real. Are you ready? This shit is knocking. Psycho blast. Ha. Yo. Psycho blast. Get ready. Real psycho. Who's rolling up? I wanna smoke.
Real psycho.
Turn that shit up. Turn that shit up. Are we ready?
This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party.
Get the motherfucking revenue.
This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party.
We came to kick you on your ball sack. And everything in your bag, we taking all that. You better fall back. I know you're stalling that out like you drive a lemon. You try to study the moves and yet it's mind bending. We're here to give you a clinic and charge you by the minute. And everything you put in it will come back and fin it. Put the joint on the table, then you fucking spin it. When you smelling the smoke, you know who fucking lit it. It's just a part of the game, but you ain't got any. You never knew what I had it, and yet I got plenty. What you sipping on, less than sipping Henny. I'm taking his keys, he had too many.
This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party.
Yeah, we here. Now they turning up, smoking all kind of stuff. We can't burn nothing. It's too lit. I'm talking about the weed. We got more good bud than you could ever need. I'm fucking up. It's not a bad thing, player. See that bitch right there? I'm about to fuck her upstairs. It's a party. As soon as we walked in, my new best friend is your ex-girlfriend, and your next one too. She was in our crew before she met you. She telling the truth. She said Too Short, that's my homie. Did she tell you all night she used to shake that monkey at my house after the after party? Her phone keeps ringing. Where's my shorty? She ain't answering. She's having too much fun. You come to my house and baby, you gon' come.
This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do.
That's right.
This is what we came to do. Party.
Hey yo, from NY to Calabasas, groupies be chasing us, grabbing asses. Backstage with the axis passes. All they really want is some satisfaction. They wanna hang with Too Short, they idle. Now they boyfriends is acting suicidal. Don't worry, we just wanna bend the back. Have a little fun and send her back. Pop a few bottles, celebrate the LP. She like working out and eating healthy. Her whole crew like the
Paging Dr. Greenthumb, now come light up.
When I pulled up to the party with 2 kegs, I seen her dancing, opening up her 2 legs, looking like she needed a good pipe. She got hammered and passed out, didn't even say goodnight.
This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party. This is what we came
It's a party,
This is
baby.
what we came to do. This is what we
West
came to
Coast.
do.
You know how we do.
This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do.
Nate Watts.
This is what we came to
Get
do.
funky with it.
This is what we came to
Get
do.
funky with it.
This is what we came to do.
Come on, come on, come on.
This is what we came to do.
Yeah.
This is what we came to do.
Be real.
This is what we came
Too
to do.
short. Psycho easy. Let's go.
Please do not start taking dictation until after you have listened to this introduction.
Fucking nice, mate. Everything you want is on the other side of hard. You want it easy, leasy, tell them they can pray to God. And even God would think, God damn, that's kinda odd. What kind of facade are you running? Another fucking fraud. You ain't put the work and you just wanna clutch your bag. If you try to touch my bag, then I gotta clutch the mag. Barrel stays smoking like a chain smoking stoner. Promo coming at you while the homie smoke a corner. Want a job at Greenthumb, come see me, I'm the owner. But I might be on the phone, so just wait your turn and take a number. Don't be coming with your hand out, that shit never panned out. You're looking at the standout that planned out. In the meantime, he don't roll the brand out. They don't understand we taking over, it's a damn route. We ain't fucking with no boot pack lame ducks. When you think about it, no one is the same as us. Work in, work, put that 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 work in.
I know killers and dealers, gorillas, real straight to Zilla. Every day's a hustle, got the grind with my winners. Sick of heavy hitters, not like Pittsburgh Steelers. Present to work late night, son. And my niggas unfamiliar, hit the corner block. Yo, reconsider, deliver bigger quantities way back. Remember? Let's bills in the winter night, be frills the wizard. Psycho less the ripper. Come on, son, illa. Dismember sick, better turn me to a grave digger. Stripper, ruby slipper, slipper, unzip my zipper. She's giving up the pee, caught me pulling on the whiskers. Thicker, bigger stacks of cash, secret people whisper. Counting so much cash that my fingers got blisters. Transmitter, splitter, counterfeiter, glitter. Discipline your mind, spoke that neurotransmitter. Work hard, get your money, blaze that fire, apple fritter.
Put that work in, work, 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 put that work in, work.
Hey yo, it's time to make the donuts and make the crowd go nuts. And just like crochet, we got this game sewn up. Don't get your brains blown up. You should know the consequence. Fucking with these killers, don't ever break your promises. Cheers to my accomplishments and my longevity. Bitches give me compliments and brains for more memory. I don't punch a clock, this is 24/7. Watch me do the job right and learn a psycho lesson. I manipulate crowds like a dictator. You a dictator. I'm a hit.
Disclaimer. This video, like all videos featured on this channel, is definitely intended for mature audiences. This video is likely to contain profane language. Content is inappropriate for minors. Video is not for kids.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Lord of mercy.
Once again, we are live right here on the Dr. Greenthumb Show on YouTube, Twitch, Discord, X, and the home site, www.BREALTV. What it do? It's unprecedented today. It's the legend table for real. We're waiting on one, but, you know, we had to start anyway. Yes. We got my man, my brother, my big bro, DJ Mugg, Soul Assassins in the building.
What's happening? What's happening? We in the house. What up, my brother?
Boom, bang. Cheers, B.
Salute, everybody.
Hell yeah.
Salute.
Yes. We also have the Treehouse Crew, Bolton, Blombo, Bra Bra, and the Dominator.
Yo, what up? We're doing good.
Yeah. And, you know, we're waiting on Psycho Leezy. But right about now, we got the strong one, Steftone, in the building.
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday.
And we got my man, the legendary Everlast and Kaiser Soze up in the fucking place.
Downward dog.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Downward dogging, you know what I'm saying? He's the real star of the show when he's on, Muggs. I got to tell you.
He's dope.
He is.
You ever get nervous when you're behind an animal and their asshole staring right at your face? You're like, oh, don't do it.
He needs a trim. He's got the Manchu ass right now. So
I don't
Don't do it.
I don't know if you did, like they can shit that way though, because normally when you see one, you know, doing their business, they you know, cop the squat.
Yeah. It's always that way.
I think that helps prep it though, because before he does cop his squats, he does the whole stretch. Thing. Like, let's get that in position.
It's a ritual. Huh?
He said, "Let me get these bowels open." Ooh. Oh my God!
Little dog yoga.
Dog yoga. Doing yoga, period, man. That shit ain't easy.
I don't know what the fuck this is, be monstrosity.
That's the chiclets right there. That monstrosity is called the chiclets. But hit it slow.
Turn up nice though.
Hit it slow, though. You know, don't be in a hurry. You want to enjoy that. You want to hit that shit slow so it doesn't run like a track star. You know.
We've not smoked weed together for 30 years plus.
Yes, we have.
Okay.
Okay. You know what? You're right. My bad on that.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take offense. I just got a little triggered there.
No, I feel you. I mean, hey, you got your weed. You know, you got your weed stripes. We've been pulled over together too many times.
This to me, I assumed you knew I was capable.
The craziest time that we got pulled over at Cypress Hill with some weed in the early days, Muggs, was in Texas. Remember that shit?
Yep.
We were driving in two separate cars.
Yep. Remember.
It was me and you in one car, and Sen and Ivan, which is Said Dog's cousin, who was our road manager at the time. We both get pulled over, right? And they toss the cars, and they see this joint. It's not even that big, but
we was driving, and then they handed us a joint from the other car. Remember, when we grabbed it,
that's
and it
right.
broke, and we started smoking it. And then we got pulled over. When the cops found it, he goes, "Look what we have here, boys. It's a cigar joint." He goes, "Well, we have two cigar joints," but it was the other half of the one we broke.
That's right.
And they started going through our shit. They called for the dog.
Yep. Man.
And Sen was like, "Sir, there's nothing else in those bags. Please don't look in those bags." We had a 38 in those bags. So thank God they didn't look in them motherfucking bags.
Yep. That would have been ugly. We were taking big time chances back then, though.
All day.
All day.
Put in weed, pounds of weed in the luggage. You could, before 9/11, you could put pounds of weed, guns, everything.
I remember after touring with Naughty by Nature, bro, we were rolling with an arsenal, because we realized
You remember what happened to me?
Yeah. We realized the places that we were going to, there was some motherfuckers like us down there. And, you had to have shit to, fend off some motherfuckers if you had to.
They was waiting for the rappers to come to town.
As they are today still. It's not, it hasn't changed, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers are ready to jack a motherfucker in a heartbeat. But back then, we were way more ready. If you came to fuck with us on our bus, we had too much shit.
We used to put the straps in the turntables to get them in the clubs. Put them in the turntables, boom, in the Avo cases. That was the way to get it in the club. Good old days, man.
I'm sure that's still happening.
Nah, not as much. I mean, but like realistically, sometimes if the promoter's your homie, he ain't.
Man, we stage strapped. That's crazy when I think about it now.
Yeah.
Like how fucking gunned up we were.
We were cowboys.
We didn't have no bodyguards.
No, we
were
didn't.
Just dumb shits. Like
You had the bodyguard.
The 80s and the early 90s was different.
Yeah.
Man, it was a different time out here. It was the Wild West.
Now you had the bodyguard. That was the gun.
The strap was the bodyguard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
The funny part was after that shit happened to me in New York when I got arrested.
Yeah.
Just everybody, ever since that moment, assumed I always had a gun. So I kind of didn't have to
you
carry one
almost
anymore.
always did.
You know what I mean? Well, no, after that, I couldn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get caught with a gun after that. I got caught in New York City at the airport with a fucking illegal pistol.
And then you know
that
what?
Was from a shipment of guns that was stolen during the fucking riots.
And Harry Connick
got a special
Jr.
one.
Harry Connick Jr. didn't learn nothing from you because he went to the same place with a gun right after you and got popped too. How about that?
I do remember that.
Yeah. You at same year, different months. He was like a couple months after you.
Dude,
but I remember that.
Here's the crazy part. Like it took like a year and a half or so to get that whole thing settled because my lawyer, it was in New York, and then I had the gun charge here. Remember the one we got pulled over and they made us stomp on the weed.
Yep.
And then I had another one here. So I had like all these gun charges, but I had this genius lawyer who consolidated them all here in California where the gun charges were more lenient.
Yeah.
That's why I wound up on house arrest for like whatever it was.
Yeah, they were
8
misdemeanors
months.
back then, yeah.
And I just remember when we went in to do the final interview, because it was ATF. This wasn't police, you know what I mean? I got caught at the airport with that motherfucking gun. And, but we used to break them down, if you remember. We'd break them down, put them in our suitcases.
Yeah,
like in pieces.
individual pieces, yeah.
But this was a week after the fucking first World Trade Center bombing where they drove the van down there.
93.
So remember how we used to just drop our luggage at the curb?
It was different before 9/11.
No, I'm talking about even before that van one where they drove the van under the World Trade Center and tried to blow
I
it
remember
up.
that one. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
In New
this
York,
was a
they
week
changed
after
it,
that.
yeah.
So if you also remember, we used to be able to just pull up, drop our big luggage that was going under the plane at the curb, and that shit just went under the fucking plane, man. You didn't even have to fuck with it after that.
Oh, you used to be able to go wait for people who and go in, remember? And wait for people who was flying in and just walk into the airport.
All the way
with
to
no
the gate.
ticket, with no ticket.
Yeah.
So this one day, we're going to leave for Texas. I don't know who we're going on tour with. I don't know if it was y'all or the Beastie Boys. But first day was the next day, and fucking I see them wheeling all our big luggage into the main room of the airport. And they're putting it up on the fucking x-ray machine. I'm like, oh, shit. Estevan was tour manager at the time. I was like, yo, I got to get out of here, bro. I was like, just tell them that ain't your bag. You didn't pack it. That's your artist bag. I'm out of here. I go to leave, turn around. There's 2 cops at the fucking front door. I go to walk where you know how you can walk down the ticket way and shit. Now there's 2 cops at the next door, and there's 2 cops at the next door. And I'm like, okay, this is
They're
getting
making
weird.
sure you didn't go nowhere.
I'm like, what the fuck? Well, they don't know it's mine yet.
Well,
So, like, I'm running through the scenarios in my head, like, what the fuck am I going to do? All right. I came to the conclusion, like, the best thing is just walk the fuck up and own the motherfucker right now. Like, because I saw it now at this point. They're looking, the bag stopped. It's on their little TV screen. There's the bottom half of my pistol.
And that wasn't the carry-on, right? That's going.
No, it was
underneath
meant to go underneath, but they were x-raying everything up top
yeah.
because of that attempted bombing.
That's right.
Yeah, there was no x-ray.
So I walked right up
Yeah.
and I said, is there a problem? Because that's my bag. And they're like, is there a gun in your bag? I was like, well, first of all, I'm going to tell you right now, that bag's going under the plane. That's not going on the plane. It wasn't intended to go on the plane. They're like, is there a gun in the bag? I was like, there's pieces of a gun in the bag. It's not technically a gun yet. I didn't put it, But yes, there's a gun in the bag.
Word up.
So they arrest me. Esteban takes all my jewelry. They fucking take me into the fucking thing. And
Smart move.
They run the gun. And they're like, now they're freaking out because they're like, okay, rap dude, we know you're affiliated with Cypress Hill and gangsters and all this crazy shit. Where'd you get the gun? Man, I bought it off some motherfucker in a park, dude, type shit. Like, Jose in fucking Lanark Park or, whatever, dude, And where'd you get the fucking gun? We know, this gun was from a stolen shipment during the riots. A truck went missing from a gun store. Because they were all clean guns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. And so point I'm getting to right here is like, so I went to the final meeting. I lived in an apartment on Martel right there. You guys used to pop in all the fucking time. And so they're starting to ask me questions about my time at that apartment. And I'm realizing they'd been watching me for like fucking 8 months. We had done you had brought pounds through. Motherfuckers, they didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
But they were just asking me about cars that were there. And I was like, oh, how the fuck do you know about that car? I signed a cat at one point named Jay Disco. It never came out.
Oh, Jay Disco. Yeah, I remember that.
I wish it would have came out. It just all got fucked up because of our friend Happy. But
that's crazy.
That's a whole diversion. But anyway, I realized, I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers been watching me for a fucking year. That was fucking crazy, man.
Hey, man.
They had all of us
They didn't have nothing better to do. We got Psycho Leezy up in here. Yeah, they didn't have nothing better to do. And you're a rapper.
They thought they were going to catch a massive rap crew operation, House of Pain and Cypress Hill running some sort of fucking nefarious drug gun empire.
Yeah, well, they want a lot of things.
And I got off with 6 months house arrest.
Yeah. Well, that's good, man. Shit, could have been worse.
Could have been so much worse, dude.
Word. Muggs, what are you currently working on right now that we ain't knowing about? Because you be constantly in the lab cooking or on the road doing shit.
I think the next thing that we about to launch off is this album with TF, my boy TF. And we just shot another movie. Last year we did Death Valley with Jason Goldwatch.
Which was dope.
It was dope.
We shot a new movie right now called Another Day in Paradise, which is about gun running. And shot in Las Vegas, and it's all about selling guns to the triads, and shit went wrong. Triads got smoked, and then we found the bag in their car, and there's a bunch of gold that belongs to the triads. That now we have it. Now they're looking for us, so it goes to this whole adventure. So we probably 85% done with the movie right now, and album's about 85% done. So probably September, around September.
Yeah.
Getting ready for that. 100. How many videos we shot? 100 and some videos in our career.
Too many.
They're so easy. It's sometimes it ain't fun no more. So I was like, I'm gonna do a film every year now, just for fun. And it's getting. This one's a little bit longer.
Yeah.
It got better. We learned a lot last time. So, just fucking keep the creative juices flowing, man. Just having a good fucking time, enjoying myself.
So is the album? Is the music gonna be based around the movie? The album?
Yeah. The whole movie's based off one line in the song about robbing these guns from Arizona. So that line, I was like, that's it, man. We hit a lick in Arizona, got these guns, took them to Nevada, and started slanging them. And you know who made all the guns? Jeremy.
I was going to ask, is that why you did it in Vegas?
Well, first of all, you could shoot anything in Vegas. You get suppressors.
There's literally a place you can go and rent a tank.
Yeah, silencers illegal out there. Fucking fully automatics illegal. So we did that. We shot some of it in California, right across the border. We couldn't use the guns, but we cheated all the shots, Hollywood style.
Shout out to Dark Alliance.
Yeah, Dark Alliance built all the guns.
I want my shotgun though.
Brought all the guns. Yeah, he's building he's converted all my ARs right now, putting suppressors on them and everything.
We should sit down, dude. He's made me some beautiful.
He showed me
guns,
some of the things he's been
beautiful
making for.
guns.
He's the man. Yeah, Jeremy's the man with that shit. Boy,
it's probably cheaper to shoot in Vegas too. these days.
Yeah, man. Well, the homie gets the bullets. You know, with
he gets
2/3 off, and you could just go to the desert
1,000 rounds
and
at a
shoot
time
for
type
free.
shit.
He's got the gun range. We just let us in the VIP for free and just go in there and shoot. All
Beauty
the guns
too
are
is
free.
you don't even need a gun range. You could drive like 15 minutes up the road and off the thing and bang out
Right
into
there.
the mountains, and you can just start shoot fucking guns.
Another thing in Vegas, like you could have your gun fully loaded in your car, and it's legal even if you don't have a concealed carry because your car is considered your house. So
Yeah.
you just roll around with a strap fully loaded right on your lap, as long as you're in the car. But yeah, I got my concealed carry out there. Everything in Vegas, it's fucking.
Yeah, they're tying me in with that same program.
It's
Yeah.
built for that shit out there.
I think if you do Vegas and one other state, somehow California factors in, and you're
Yeah, I heard a bunch
legal
of
here.
shit. I heard.
I don't know if that's
somebody told me if you get it in Arizona, it applies to 13 states. I didn't go down the rabbit hole with that, but a lot of the gun motherfuckers left California because all the regulations they couldn't make money no more.
That's right
so
when Jeremy left.
they all moved to Nevada.
I had just
for that.
connected with him, and he made me a gun, and then he was like, "Dude, I'm out." I was like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Oh, yeah.
This shit is
They
fucking
made
crazy out
they
here.
made my whole career illegal.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit."
We've been rolling. He's been bringing all the Navy SEALs fools, and they just take us out shooting and put us up on all the game and do all the fucking all the different shit going on.
Training tactics and all that
training
stuff.
tactics and all that shit. It's like a sport, man. It's just some shit to do out in the desert. Desert shit, right?
Desert shit. Our bro Godfather that he lives out in Vegas.
Yeah.
You remember homie?
Yeah,
from the WWE.
I saw him the other day.
Yeah, he goes shooting all the time. You should link up with him when you're out there. Go shooting. He's good with his boy with everything. I mean, he got a bunch of shit, bunch of toys.
You can have everything. You can have fully auto. Yeah,
Yeah, he does.
that's what I'm saying. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Right.
Same with Tennessee, like I was talking.
I mean,
You
if
have
I
all
was
that shit
if I was out there, yeah, I'd probably fucking have an arsenal too, bro. I would not fucking hesitate.
I want a mountain in Tennessee and go out and hunt deer behind my house.
Why not?
Why not?
You know.
So Nevada is to guns as is to California is to weed.
Yes, and
I would say
Arizona,
so.
and
Arizona too.
and
Arizona.
and probably Texas. I mean, shit. Everybody, practically everybody got a gun in Texas,
Tennessee, I think you could have just about anything you want out there.
and Florida
Auto,
too,
all
right?
that shit.
Florida too. Oh, Florida, yeah, all day.
Well, it sounds better in Arizona
And those
and Nevada because those two states both have weed.
The other good thing is Nevada.
There's plenty of weed in
Nevada, Tennessee, and Florida got no state tax either.
Yeah, thank you.
That's another best thing.
Ting.
Because California went crazy. Everybody left after COVID, so they raised it 2.5%. And it's going to go up with inflation. You're looking at 16% in the next 5 years.
Yeah, can't do it.
Where at? Here.
Here. Yeah. I mean, it's high as fuck
You get
out
that.
here
You
already.
get that
Looks like-
$26 avocado toast with the homeless fool right next door.
Looks like Eric will have a
That's
LA
called
summer home.
That's called perspective. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a 26 avocado toast, $26 avocado toast, and boom, it's right outside your door. Now testify. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man.
What a future.
Yeah, and then they're about to tax the cannabis game again too. About I think another 19%.
That's
Holy
just what it
shit.
needs. That's exactly what it needs. More taxes.
More tax.
And vehicle purchases, they're adding a tax to that in California.
That makes sense.
It costs to live here, man.
Anything to avoid taxing the billionaires.
Yeah, they
Keep tax. This is the fifth biggest economy in the world. They just keep taxing your ass for everything. You can't even move. They're gonna have a leave your house tax pretty soon.
I mean, now that they're putting up those speeding cameras, they said fuck the red light cameras. We're getting the speeding cameras
Because they were a massive failure, the red light cameras.
Yeah. Well, let's see what these speeding cameras are going to do.
Oh, those are the worst, man. I was going with the homie in New York, and he's going 25 miles an hour from like 14th Street to fucking 80th Street. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, yo, there's cameras now. Shit took like an hour, bro.
Yeah.
It was the worst shit ever.
They're trying to slow motherfuckers down.
Went back down to slave speeds.
You get that ticket in the mail, right? They take pictures. That's how it works.
Yeah, pretty much. And like, let's just say you're fucking 2 miles over. You know, it's 35, you're at 37, and they give you a fucking ticket for that.
Oh, they'll say you're 5 miles over. 10. They tell you what they want.
And you better pay that shit quick.
Quick
Or
as
else
fuck.
that shit keeps going up. You know how that shit works.
Yeah,
The worst shit is back in the days. You get it. They would be like, they pull you over and give you a ticket, but they wouldn't even mail it. They wouldn't say shit.
Nah, it's on you.
They pull you over later and be like, you know, you got a warrant for what? Some jaywalking ticket from a year ago.
That's the truth of
What
it.
are you talking about, man? You never mailed me nothing. I don't know what to tell you. But you know what? You're still a little fish. We're going to let you swim a little bit longer till you get a little bigger. We're going to bring you in.
That is the shit, though. That's how it used to be. You know, they'll write your ass a ticket, and if you didn't have presence of mind to write the date down or log it yourself, and they knew you weren't, boom, warrant. And that's... Motherfuckers like collect a few of those.
Oh, they snatched his fool up a few times when he was with me just for that shit.
Oh yeah.
Because when they started the gang sweeps out here, it was like you in a Regal, you got McLean's,
you got Cadillac,
you got a Cadillac, you got 2 or 3 motherfuckers in the car with a goatee with a baseball hat. The gang sweep started with the Stony Gate boys. You was getting swooped on all up and down Manchester.
Yep. If you had a Cutlass,
we was getting swooped 2-3 times a day back in the 80s.
A fucking Cutlass, a Regal, a Caddy.
And he had a Caddy and I had a Regal.
Yeah. And said dog would borrow his father's Regal.
I believe I remember the Regal. I think I wrote "Jump Around" on the bumper.
He had the light. Bugs had the light blue Regal, and Send Dog would drive his father's burgundy Regal, and I had my Cadillac.
Blue Caddy, and I couldn't afford Dayton, so I got McLean's.
Yeah,
it was like,
me too.
They was the poor man's Dayton's.
Poor man's Dayton's. I had McLean's on the Caddy too.
They looked good.
They looked great.
The spinners.
Nah, no spinners. We didn't have spinners yet.
Existed.
Yeah, that was before then.
That was before.
I don't even
spinners.
think they were the 20s yet, right? It was still like
Yeah, there was no 20s.
It was like 18s, maybe.
18s, yeah.
That was still when he's wiping your car down every day for you went out, ironing your shit every day for you went out.
Yep. Making sure motherfuckers didn't lean on that car after you.
I haven't seen that in a minute though. The spinners, right? They still drive with that. They still use it.
You know what? I haven't seen spinners in a minute.
Right?
I think.
I feel like I saw a couple in Nashville.
I missed that shit.
I think they might. Yes, you know what? He made a good point. Probably in Nashville, Memphis, maybe Atlanta. You see spinners over there. Maybe even New York, but out here, you don't see them so much anymore.
They got them. Some people still
Somebody's
got 'em,
still driving in them bitches.
Oh, they
Yeah.
are for real.
but it ain't the popular option no more.
Nah, that's someone who got stuck with them. Fuck it, I'm just rolling with them.
Yep.
Yeah, no, forget that. Till the wheels fall off. Yeah.
The worst part is, when your spinners stop spinning. Maybe.
Yeah, all of them are
they just
hey,
stuck.
All of them are spinning except for one, or the reverse.
Only one spinning.
Only one is spinning.
That's cold as ice.
That's terrible.
That's almost like having like all your wheels except for the fucking spare tire. You know what I'm saying? That little ass bitty bitch ass tire.
Oh yeah.
I never had the spinners, man. Paige wouldn't let us go out like that back in the day.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, no, I mean they were cool, but
it was cool for a hot second.
Yeah, it wasn't something we were necessarily.
Yeah,
rocking.
I got to the 20s, and then that was the worst ride you could put on your truck.
Yeah,
put the worst shit ever. Then after that, I'm all stock now. Everything's stock.
I don't
The
put.
older you get,
I don't put no wheels on my.
No
shit.
stereos, none.
Fuck no.
What's that? Everything's good now.
Used
But
to
all the
put
stereo systems are good now. It's
and
cost
fucking
TVs, all
ridiculous
that shit,
dumb
bro.
shit.
Come on.
We didn't have kids.
Hey,
Why did I have TVs in every seat of my fucking car?
Hey, it was cool at the time because we didn't know any better. But like realistically, yeah, we fucked up the ride by putting those fucking low profile tires on with them big ass rims.
Ruined it.
Looked great.
Oh, and with the deep fucking.
There you go, Les. He's rolling them. Look at that.
And then putting the stereo systems in, and then the whole fucking front of your car would be shaking and be getting squeaky inside and shit.
Everything's rattling.
Everything's rattling.
And then you were food for the wolves out there. You know what I mean? Because like if you had a system in there, it was only a matter of time before some douchebag was gonna come and fucking try to get that system. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I had to replace one.
Even if you had the pull-out, because we remember you had the Alpine pull-outs, they was coming to get your EQs and your
amps,
speakers and your amps.
Speaker
and shit
box
back.
in the back.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got a pull-out? Oh, you got amps in the back.
Or even your CD books. If you left your fucking CD books in there, they were snatching
Dude.
that shit too. I a whole library of fucking shit that I got from Sony, like Sony's fucking full library. You know they used to give us all
Yeah,
that
the whole
shit.
shit.
I had everything Sony ever put out, and then some of my own shit. Boom, and this two big ass books when they fucking smashed my back window, took the fucking big ass box, the amps, the EQs, and all the shit. All the CDs went too. It was sad. But I learned right after that, like when I got my next shit, I was like, I ain't putting nothing. I might tint the windows, but I ain't fucking putting shit on this car. Fuck that.
Yeah, it's been at least 20 years since I've done anything to a car.
Yeah, me too. Same. And I ain't had the fuck shit that I had when I used to put all the bells and whistles on the car. You know, keeping it stock. I mean, you know, I wish an older motherfucker had told us that early on instead of, yeah, go spend your money.
I'm sure someone did, but
I feel like I was gonna
we
say,
didn't
I
hear
feel
him.
like somebody along the way said, like, what the fuck you wasting your money on that shit?
No one ever said
No
that.
one said shit, man.
No one ever said that. Our business managers didn't say, hey,
they definitely didn't say
I don't think you need that.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
Yeah,
I'm
bec-
saying somebody in my life, I think, might
Yeah,
have been.
somebody
probably
said
was my
something.
mom, and I was probably like, man, mom, you know,
This is the dumb shit you do.
I'm a
when you
rock
got-
star, mom.
When you got money.
And it was fun. It was fun while it lasted. You know, it was cool.
Yeah,
Dude,
but
the
you want
flex,
to know
it was
all
the
went
flex,
through it,
man.
you know?
You know, with the TV's on, with like a DVD or some crazy movie on. You're not. It's just the people behind you. Just see a movie going in your car, like
You know the
only-
yeah.
the fuck.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, you're a target, you're food right there. You know when they see that shit. These days, it's harder to steal all that shit, obviously, because now the technology's fast forward, and all these car companies seen what people want in their car, so they fucking build it in already
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, yeah.
So it makes it harder to get. But still, I mean, you know, back in that day, we were just doing way too much because we could.
I mean, what I thought was nice was the grills.
Yeah.
You get your custom grills. That was nice.
That was everything.
That was you know.
Because if you had a fucked up grill,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like teeth.
Couldn't have had a regular one. Either,
Motherfuckers
you know?
will judge you by that in a
his
heartbeat.
eyes.
It's just like, oh my God, look at this.
Look at his teeth.
Look at his fucking teeth. Same thing with your grill. Look at this fucking grill, man. Where's this guy from? Cars were like shoes back then. If you had scuffy shoes, motherfuckers looked at you like you were dirt.
They still are. I'll say this: we just realized what a fucking waste that shit.
What a waste it is. Yes,
That's all. That's what changed.
fucking A, man.
Because it's still fools out there be like, nah, I gotta have the whip all cleaned up, all pimped
There's some
out.
young shit, man. Because
Yep.
I remember motherfuckers would have the bugs with fucking big ass 12-inch woofers in the back just bumping. Or just how loud is my fucking bumps? Like,
Yep.
you hear me 2 blocks away? You couldn't hear shit in the car. Just boom, boom, boom. They didn't care what the music was as long as it had bass.
Hey, the louder you were, the bigger target you were, though. It's a motherfucker might follow you to where you parked at and then fucking go get it. That was the only problem with that shit. Unless you lived in the neighborhood, you know, where everybody looked out for each other and, you know, it was hood shit. No one's going to come on your block and steal that car. But you might get it taken somewhere else. You might, you know, go into a fucking liquor store. That shit's gone. Or you might go you might go to a party, leave it on the block, boom, that shit is gone. You had to be that was the problem with having a big ass blown out system. You had to worry about you had anxieties, worried about your fucking car wherever you parked it. Like,
Oh, cars were easy to take back in the 80s.
yeah,
Easy as fuck.
easy.
You know,
Especially older cars.
I mean, it still kind of is now, but like, you know.
you know what's amazing about that part where everything's getting stolen? It ain't never been cool to steal some shit. I don't know how we still be having it.
It's not that we be having it. These motherfuckers don't want to get a job, so this is the easiest way they can get it. So they go do it
Sell it to a shop or something.
out of necessity. You know what I mean?
No, I get the hustle. I understand how it works out, but I'm just saying, it's the thing that don't make no sense is not even the thief wants his shit stolen. Why are you doing it?
Yeah, I mean that's the irony when the thief gets his shit stolen.
Well, I believe that's
Karma.
basically the just definition of there is no honor among thieves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what's
No.
crazy about it.
Yeah, that part. There is no honor among thieves. I mean, you know this. We've been known this for forever. Yeah, man. It's
Nowadays, I ride around like a ninja.
Stealth.
I'm in a little.
I noticed that.
Yeah, it's better that way. Yes, undercover. It's all that. It's cool, but we.
Yeah, I get it.
You got to be as ninja as you can be all the time in general, just because that's how you roll through life. But if somebody's looking for you and wants to find you,
yeah, of course.
they're gonna come find you,
and they're gonna get it.
You ain't gonna be that hidden. You really got to go out of your way, and I don't even know if that's enough.
Some motherfuckers are better at covering their tracks than others, but
some for sure.
I mean,
there's some pros out there.
Anybody could be found unless you go off grid. If you go off grid, motherfuckers, you're hard pressed to find that person. You know what I mean? That's and more motherfuckers are going off grid these days than you would think. Like
out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind. I ain't got nothing for none of this. It don't bother me about nothing.
Fuck it all. Telling you, write the right check. I'm out.
I'm with you.
But it's got to be a mighty good check.
I'm carrying his record crates.
That's real though. It's got to be that one where you're like,
we'll carry each other.
Hey, listen, if it's a check like Bob Dylan's check, fuck. I mean, that was a sturdy fucking check he got.
I mean,
what did he get? 300 million or some shit like that?
Yeah, but you know, I don't want to wait as long as he did, so I'm willing to, you know.
Yeah, but I think the opportunities.
I'll come off for 100.
Are they still giving 20-time multiples now? Because they was a few years ago. It's the hedge fund, motherfucker. So I'll give you. I'm a hedge fund. I got 400 million. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Just make me 5-10%. That's all I want. I just take the money, do what you want. They was buying up everybody's
I got
catalog.
offered that by my actual publishing company, and they even went above. And I just was like, when I do the math. I think we talked about this.
We did.
Like off on the phone because I looked to you for a little advice on it. Like, well, how do you feel about that? And that's, I think, the legacy part for my kids is what fucking, hey, regardless of anything, I believe this. Just for any people listening out there that own catalogs or are considering this, we're talking about copyright law here. You're talking about a lot of rich dudes buying up a lot of fucking music and catalogs. It's not that hard to find a couple congressmen, lobby them, get copyright law changed, and all of a sudden there's no such thing as public domain. Because technically our publishing...
Well, it's 100 years. After the last person that wrote the song dies, 75, 100 years.
It's 100 in other countries.
The last person who dies, it's that many more years before it becomes public domain.
Exactly. So that's how I calculate it. I'm like, I'm selling it to you for 25 when you're going to have it for well beyond my death. Fuck you. I'm going to live at least 30 more years.
Man, I read every motherfucker that sold their publishing, I read their story. Then I read Alice Cooper, and he was going to sell his, and his manager says, it's going to change your life if you sell it. He's like, no. He's like, then hold on to it. And then I looked also, they was going to make fucking 13.5% a year. And I was like, damn, there's nothing I can invest in that's going to make me 13.5 a year. If I had just had $100 million, what would I buy? DJ Muggs and Everlast Publishing. So why don't I just keep it?
Here's the other kicker, and I'm not, without revealing too much, is like, here's the things they don't factor in, is how much, because you know how much work we put in on like, as far as like building up the fucking licenses for fucking Jump Around, let's say, all right? They don't factor in every year how much that increases and why. Because every once in a while I call Muggs and I say, hey, we're going to say no for a while.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We're just going to say no for a while. Until it boom, we're looking to, you know what I mean? So it's like
the other, yeah, I get you.
Do the math for me and show me you calculated all of that.
The other thing for me was I heard Leo Cohn talking. He said streaming right now is at 5% of its potential. It's at 5%.
I saw that.
Its global potential. So what happens when it gets to 10, 15, 20%? When everybody in the world has an iPhone, it's at 5%. So in 20%, I'm gonna make 200-300 times more than I'm making right now. I'm like,
fucking crazy, right? And you're talking about owning movies and shit, and it's like that's what it's about.
And you know what? We don't got family heirlooms. This is our family heirloom.
That is it.
This is the family heirloom.
That's the convo. That's why I said that conversation.
Your daughter, my daughter likes going, yo, that's my family shit right there. Because once you sell it, it ain't yours no more.
That's exactly where I was at.
It's a part of their inheritance. It's a part of the the legacy that they take. If they're going to curate it and keep it moving, to give it to somebody else is ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I know when you Bob Dylan and you fucking 80 years old, like
that's different.
Publishing's it's a tricky thing. It's very complicated. So he has to give it to 4 fucking
300 million.
Sell it now. Let all the kids get their money. It's easy. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna, because when he dies, they're ripping him fucking off.
How old is he? Got
to be fucking 80.
So yeah, 80, 90 years old. I mean,
Well,
That's a
come
fucking
on.
big ass
He don't-
bag for that. He ain't gonna be going on tour. He's
lot
not
of
gonna
these-
be doing on.
Dudes hit that age, pardon me, and they realize I don't want to lead the mess of selling this to my kids and shit.
Because they're
You know
going
what
to
I mean?
argue. They're going
They
to.
might,
they'll
yeah, they
just-
might fight over it.
Especially a Bob Dylan. When
And
you
then
can
who-
walk with 300 million, that's generational wealth. That's your next 3, 4, 5 generations,
Right.
even if they fuck
and,
up.
and he knows what's up, but some lawyer's going to come along and just take a little bit more than he needed to take from the kids. You know these cocksuckers, how they are.
Well, that's why, you know, you do the living trust. You have your little board of a couple family members, you know, and a professional, and you know, you know how to do that kind of shit.
I mean, if I make it to 80, I'm slanging all that shit too.
Yeah. I remember Tresh said some funny shit to me once. He's like, I ain't leaving my kids shit. He's like, I'm gonna make them work for theirs.
Shit, Warren. That's what Warren Buffett did. Nope.
No, you ain't getting shit. I heard Sting say that. So I'm spending it all, motherfuckers.
I'm
I
gonna
think
live it up.
Shaq said something like that too.
Yeah, he said, y'all ain't rich. I'm rich.
Yeah. That is the truth.
It is the truth.
That is the truth. It cannot be denied. You put that work in.
Oh, I'm spending it all. I'm living good. If there's some left over, there'll be some left over. You can have it. But if there ain't,
Yeah,
you
can't
got a
spend it
college
all.
education.
Well, if we still have our shit, it's like, hey, there might not be no cash, but there's gonna be some coming in.
There's
Don't
something
worry
there.
about it.
There's
It's on the way. Next year's check will got you.
You gonna be all right.
Yeah, you're gonna be all right.
You're gonna be all right.
So then, hey, I'm in my own bag. What you want me to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy some 20s and get some fucking TVs in the back of my car.
Put
Fuck
in the
it.
back of my fucking GMC Typhoon.
I'm gonna go put my shit on 30s with spinners.
Damn right.
Oh shit. Stupid.
Fuck it.
Oh man.
Give me 2.
Next video, there's like fucking 5 fucking big old SUVs with 30 spinners on it. We
Clowning.
fucking clowning.
Put some D's on it.
Oh man, that shit is the craziest shit. Hey, what do you think of the AI shit, Muggs?
I love it. Look, man, it's like you have to embrace technology. You have to embrace it. You have to learn it. You have to understand it. You're going to get left behind. You're going to look like grandma on the iPhone trying to figure out what the fuck the iPhone is. Don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that.
When the internet came out, I was like, well, first of all, when Pro Tools came out, there was 2-inch. Man, fuck Pro Tools. I'm keeping it on 2-inch tape. Fuck Pro Tools. Then one day I was trying to make some electronic shit. I go, how do you do this? They go, they do that on the computer. I was like, fuck. So I had to learn the computer. Then the internet came out, and I was like, man, fuck the internet. Well, you can do your store. What happens if they pull the plugger? I was on that shit. Then with Bitcoin, oh man, fuck that shit. And then I got wise, you know what I'm saying? And then here we are with AI again. So embrace it, learn it,
Understand
spend
it.
time in it, understand it, try to make it a tool, add it to your life to help whatever you're doing, whatever your goals are, your dreams and ambition. Use it as another tool to forward everything you're trying to do. You know what I mean? Don't be stupid and have a fucking ego and say, I don't need this, fuck that. It used to be like this. Don't do all that. Learn it, embrace it, and move forward with it. Because it ain't going away, motherfuckers. You're going to get left behind.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, that's
Use it
real.
to your advantage.
I'll tell you what, that's real shit because that is true. I mean, it's even the same when Serato came for DJs. A lot of them,
Part 2.
I'm
We used,
not-
we used to have to buy records and search for record. Fools would cover their songs. I didn't know what the record was. And you was dope because you'd pull up to the party with the style of music you played. And I didn't have that shit. Now fucking some fool can go to the club, sit there for a week with his what's that shit that knows the song?
Shazam.
Shazam, and just sit there and put your whole set. Oh, they react to this song. They react to this song. After a week, they got a set.
Yep.
They can go to Vegas and kill it. So
Yep.
it is what it is, man. Fucking figure it out, motherfucker.
You have to actually embrace it because fighting against it ain't gonna work.
Technology always wins. Because one day there was these motherfuckers with the horse and buggy and the car drove by and they was laughing at the car. Look at this stupid motherfucker.
You know,
technology never loses, bro.
It's just tools. You got to learn how to use the tools, right?
When people
Yes.
started talking about that shit, DOC was talking about putting out a record, like in that form, and
See, that's interesting.
and
Didn't Val Kilmer do a whole like narration of his own documentary because he lost his voice?
I think so. So that would be interesting to have him pen lyrics, like himself, because you could feed the AI the lyrics and then have his voice from old replicated.
Yeah, they got to pull his voice from his old records
to see how that would fucking roll.
Why not?
Why not?
That's the next progression. Because when the drum machine came out, and they was mad at the drum machine too, because they, you know, 'cause from the 70s to the 80s, the drum machine came out, and everybody was like, man, that shit is whack. That shit is whack. That shit is whack. But it became the norm. Then all of a sudden, drums started sounding weird by the 90s on records. So, embrace technology, learn it, use it, understand it. It's another tool in your fucking toolbox. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How much easier is it to go to a spot and DJ to not have to carry those crates and worry about those fucking crates?
Honest to God, I don't think I would DJ if I had to carry records. I think
that's what I figured.
That's what gave me the spark again. Once I got burnt out after 20 years of DJing, it gave me the spark again to want to DJ, because I was like, oh, I got all my records right here. This is easy.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, when you DJ'd here last, you blew everybody's fucking mind. They hadn't seen you DJ in a while. You know, the motherfuckers had heard of you getting out there and doing the exhibition-style shows and stuff like that. But when you came here and you flipped it, blew their fucking mind. Because some people forget. You know what I mean? And they got to be reminded. And you fucking reminded them, G. I got to tell you fucking off the top. Shit. And I got to thank you for getting me into the turntable shit, because I remember, and I tell people this story, how, when you used to go to New York, when you lived, when you and Aladdin lived together, you guys would practice all the time, and I just eyeball the things you guys were doing, and when you would go off to New York or wherever the fuck, I'd get on your turntables. And then you saw me or something doing it, and then you showed me the kick and the snare shots, like on the mark, all that shit. That's where it all pretty much started for me. And yeah, man, had it.
Oh, you're killing it now.
Well, try it. I do okay, but I still got a lot to learn, man. But I got a lot of good teachers here, so it's all good, man. But
No, I remember even in Gardena, we had a turntable set up. I had that big ass radio with the four speakers on it with the double cassettes.
Yep.
We used to do our demos on that shit.
Yep.
We do our demos on a big ass radio. We'd plug the drum machine in to one take. We'd plug the mic in. We'd have the cassette. We push record on the cassette, and in one take, boom. That was how we did our demos early.
I mean, you had to figure it out. You didn't have a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll say that the one thing, the one tripped out thing, in terms of when we started doing shows, we did this showcase at this place called Three Palms or some shit like this. It was
the Jerry Davis one?
Yes, I think so. And we didn't use turntables. He took the SP1200 and he fucking
remember that one.
And we did Real Estate off of the fucking SP1200. It was like a talent show type of thing, right? And we were up against these wannabe New Edition motherfuckers. We knew we weren't gonna win because those guys were nice, shiny and bright, and they had they were dressed like New Edition. But we
killed them though.
We killed them. We did it punk rock style. This guy slams the fucking beats on, it goes. We're fucking doing our shit. Sendog jumps on the judge's table, and right in the middle, there's a lady sitting in the middle. I can't remember who she was at this time. But he jumps off the table, and the table breaks right off her lap, right on her lap. Like, he grabs his fucking cock, and then he jumps off the table. It breaks right on her lap. And we sure enough lose, but we made an impression.
So, like the song Real Estate, what's interesting about that one is we did a lot of demos before that. When I first started making beats, everything I did for the whole first year sucked. Everything was trash. I was just learning. And then we started doing demos, and they was whacked. But Real Estate was the first demo we did that actually sounded like a record.
Yeah.
And right after Real Estate, everything got dope after that. We did Killer Man, Funky Feel One, Light Another. But once we did that song, it was like, oh, shit. We started going up to KXLU with Mike Nardone.
He was just here a couple days ago.
And playing the demo up at Loyola Marymount. We used to go up there and play our demos on the fucking radio back in the 80s and shit. And just like Jeff Fenster.
Jeff Fenster, man.
We used to play for Jeff. And when I did the 783 album with... we were signed to Geffen Records in '88, but Joe the Butcher produced the album, so we knew Joe the Butcher, so I would send him all my demos all the time. He was like, nope, that's trash, that's whack, that's whack, that's whack. Once we sent him Real Estate and Killer Man, he was like, yo,
yeah,
think y'all got something now.
That's when I flipped my voice too, was on Real Estate.
Well, because the thing about this dude, everybody had deep voices. Rakim, everybody in the 80s, and B-Real was like trying to rap deep, but he had a nasal voice. And it was like, man, you might need to get an operation, fool. Well, like, we didn't realize, stop trying to go down, just go a little bit up. And then once he went up, you just felt the fucking tingle. My hairs on my forearms went up. I was like, oh shit, that's that shit right there. Because me and this fool was the first group. We had DVX, which was the group. It was Sendog, T-Bone, Matt, Silos, Mello, everybody, Grego, and then, but it was Sendog and his brother was a group, but Julio, but me and B-Real was a group.
Yeah, that's right. Early on.
Yeah, we had the Soloist.
That's right.
The Soloist.
Yep.
It was one of the first songs we did.
That's right. Goddamn.
Yeah, Chuck D fucked everybody up. Everybody with that deep voice, everybody
Yeah.
wanted to have a deep voice back then.
Because it was the most commanding fucking voice
Real.
at the time. Him and KRS-One, but I mean, he was his voice was commanding in a different way, I think. They just cut through the fucking track like fucking hot knife through butter.
There wasn't really too many high-pitched voices back in the days.
Yeah, I mean, there was MC Shan, and then there was the Beastie Boys.
Beasties, yeah.
But their styles were different.
Kool Keith.
Kool Keith.
Definitely.
Fucking, man, Public Enemy and Ultramagnetic, we were on a steady diet of that shit, along with the EPMD, obviously. But, yeah, I remember when we got into Public Enemy and Ultramagnetic, it was different. Because their shit was kind of different.
To me, those three records are this man's sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the amalgamation of what he took from those things.
The inspiration.
When I used to hear records like that in the 80s, I'd be like, how the fuck did you do that? It didn't make no sense, you know what I mean? You hear shit, now you like, blah, 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 blah. But I was like, how did you do that? What is that shit? Especially the first time we came out of a backyard party in Cudahy, Ice-T was there with the New York City Spin Masters.
I remember that.
Hen G and Evil Lee, we come out. I get in the car, Tony G's playing. He's playing Mentally Mad. His first time I heard it, and I was like, what the fuck is that shit? And we said, and this motherfucker had a brown Pinto.
Yep.
Dropped. And I was
Shit,
like,
that was a premier Pinto.
That's the gangster Pinto.
What the fuck is this shit right here? I ain't never heard no shit like that.
Yeah, Ultramagnetic was mind-blowing because they were different and Public Enemy was different. They were just two different things. That
I think one of my favorite 12 inches of all time is Funky. Like the Ultramagnetic, the guys who first did.
Yep.
But they freaked the
Yeah,
real
Funky.
sample. You know, Dre replayed it.
Yeah, Funky was crazy.
But they used the horn progression throughout it and made the build like
Joe Cocker, right?
Yeah, Joe Cocker, yeah.
Fire.
That the original, that Joe Cocker song is my like right before I hit stage song. That's what's going on in the dressing room.
People used to get beat up in clubs when that shit dropped, like for real.
Because it was so wild.
Wow, you just want to punch somebody in the face.
Trombone,
That was
going
gangster
hard,
shit back
back
then.
to back notes, get with it.
Hey,
Take
that-
off your coats, meditate.
Hey, that's real shit though. That was that underground raw thug shit.
Critical
Real.
Beatdown is that's
Beatdown.
that's such a seminal hip hop record of.
Yeah.
If you heard that, your trajectory changed.
I'll tell you what, them and Public Enemy were groundbreaking because their sounds were completely different from each other and completely different from anybody else. And that was, you know, the influence in fucking golden era hip hop to me, I think. You know what I mean? Like everybody having a distinct sound. You know, where you know what that group is the minute some shit drops, like having a sound, a uniqueness. And they all did because they had their production teams. Like Ultramagnetic had their own production team, right? All in-house.
That was Said G.
Said G, keyboard, Money Mike.
Yeah, it was Said G, yeah. It was like motherfuckers, it was like only pop motherfuckers back then used nine producers.
Yeah.
Like motherfuckers it was their crew with their one producer back in the days.
Yeah, the Bomb Squad was the two brothers, Chuck and Eric Sadler. And I mean,
Eric Sadler, yeah, Hank Shockley,
Keith Shockley,
yeah,
and Chuck.
Legends.
Yeah, legendary work. Gotta say, that shit still stands up too.
I bought the Public Enemy first album because we walked into Compton Swap Meet and it was right there, and there was 5 motherfuckers and it was dark, and I was like, "Can you play that shit?" I was like, "Oh shit!" Then Tony G was playing it on K-Day.
Yeah,
I was like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?" And it wasn't popping off yet till they dropped Rebel Without a Pause. Then we went to fucking Skateland USA, which it was a club in over here in the east side. And first time I went in the club and the security's at AKs, and I walked in and it was like 1,500 motherfuckers in red.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
He's straight red, just gangbanging. And Chuck was up there talking, and they was just looking at him like, man, shut the fuck up and sing the song. They want to hear this preaching shit.
That was at Skateland?
Yeah, Skateland.
Yeah.
Skateland was different. That was different.
Yeah, it
than
was
World on
way
Wheels.
different. Yeah,
World on Wheels,
World on
Saturday night.
World on Wheels.
And I believe Skateland, or no, it was Thursday night would be if you wanted to follow the rap show.
World on Wheels was the Crips and Skateland was all
Yeah,
Bloods.
exactly. But they would like whatever little rap show was coming through town to promote the K-Day.
They do them in both markets, yeah.
But they'd start in the Valley.
Yeah.
Thursday night would be at a spot called Sherman Square.
Or Reseda Country Club.
Or the Country Club. That's, I even House of Pain played there. That's funny. And then the next night, Friday night, would be World on Wheels. And Saturday night would be Compton. Skateland.
That's right. Yeah.
Because, that was after the Run DMC, like bands, like no more big arena shows.
Yeah, we didn't
You had to go down to Celebrity Theater in Anaheim to see any kind of
I remember I played there.
upper scale level rap show.
Remember Celebrity Theater?
Yeah.
I played there with 783. The stage was crazy because the stage was in the middle of the whole fucking crowd and the stage
And
would
it rotated.
Yeah.
Like,
That shit was
it was
nuts.
783. We opened up for NWA.
Yeah.
What's up with 783? You still kick it with them?
Nah, they're good, man. They working, taking care of the families, doing what they're doing. I still talk to Brett on occasion. He's good as fuck. He was very influential in the beginning of our careers, you know what I mean? Just to put us up on the rap game and like actually into the industry, because we was from the east side of LA. We didn't know shit about making records, and then I met Brett and they had a 12-inch single out. And then we was doing a party in Bell Gardens at the park. And I was like, man, y'all got a record out. Why don't you come play at our party? So they came and played at our party, and the DJ didn't show up. So they was like, hey, I DJ for him. And they was like, you want to be our DJ? And I was like, yeah, let's go do it. They was like, we got 3 shows with Ice-T next week. So we did 3 shows. We played at Osco's. Osco's was where the Beverly Center is now. Remember, before the Beverly Center was even built. And when we played 3 shows with Ice-T, and then like a month later, we got a song in the movie Colors. Nice. So we was recording that. And then that's how we, like me and him, we would go to Hollywood and go to the studios and be around the shit. And that's how we kind of learned the music business, like through that whole shit, because there wasn't no fucking YouTube or making of the bands. Like, how'd you figure out how to make records back then?
Every record back in the days was a learning step. Like for us, every album was a learning. We learning.
Yeah, it's hands-on learning for sure.
Next album will be better and better, and it just get
And that's the thing. There's no school for what we do. I mean, there is now. Like you go to a DJ school and shit like that.
Like we wasn't like motherfuckers now putting records out of 40. I'm like, with all this shit they got. We was kids with like just figuring this shit out. There was nobody telling us shit. Like,
yeah, nobody wanted to give you game back then. They wanted to keep you fucking dumbed down.
Well, game wasn't like it really wasn't that available either because I don't know who I had this conversation with once, but I didn't coin the phrase, so I'm not trying to take credit for whoever I had this conversation with it, but we were talking about how like 70s the garage band was coined as like because that's how music bands got formed in the garage, and then they learned
practicing in the garage,
play until they got good.
That's the first rehearsal space.
Hip hop was like the first bedroom band music
or basement
basement band music. You know what I mean? You didn't learn how to do it live like. You didn't learn it. You just made a tape, and if that shit popped off, popped off, and then you would do like, okay, now you got to go do shows. And
I think hip
hop kind of backwards in a lot of ways.
I think hip hop is one of the genres where you needed the least amount of musical experience.
Absolutely,
to get down with it.
Yeah, it was just art.
That and punk rock.
It was this new thing that was our thing. Like, oh shit, okay.
Early punk rock and hip hop.
Hip hop back then couldn't be taught though. It had to be natural, you know.
It was growing at the time.
Teach that.
If you was good, the motherfucker was like, I ain't teaching him shit.
True that. Nobody wanted to give you game.
They was just motherfuckers just talking shit. You ain't gonna make it. Stop that. Get a job. Fuck you doing? Wasting your time playing with your records.
I think probably every rapper in that era, probably 90% had that told to them. There's maybe only 10% of people that were down with anyone coming up in that time that were maybe positive to him and say, you know what, go after your dream. I believe in you because I think you're going to be good at this. Hell, it's very small maybe 5%, because no one believed that this genre would even exist at this point right now.
I'm gonna take one moment here to shout out a person I tried to find once, because it's that person who did it for me, and it was my homeroom teacher in fucking high school. Her name was Miss Hackett. All right. I went and I told her, she was on the younger side at that time, in 30s or something. Not that matters, but I'm saying she was more relatable to like, hey, I made a record. I had this record.
Right.
It's like, I got an opportunity to go on tour, but it's during the school year. And she was one who was like, I'd go. Just because you can do, it was my senior year. So I was like,
go see the world.
You can come back next year and do it if, whatever happens, happens. So that's one of the reasons I went. Because that was one of the few people that was like, go do that shit.
That's cool.
And it was a teacher.
Because most people, they didn't.
Who told me, fuck school.
That's a real teacher, though.
That's a real teacher.
He was teaching you.
Right?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Not like they told me to fit you in this little box.
It wasn't my mother or my father who were both. My mother was more supportive, and my father got very supportive after I got successful. But this was a person who just said, "No, go for that shit. This ain't all this cracked up to be. Don't worry about this.
I think
you already made the record. Go on fucking tour."
I think she knew you were about to get some real life experience that was valuable to like what you wanted to do, right? And if you hadn't done that in that moment, perhaps you don't get through the fucking door.
Shout out Miss Hackett.
Salute to Miss fucking Hackett.
Miss Hackett.
I'll say this. Salute to all you salty motherfuckers that were hating on us and told us to go get jobs that we would never make it. I could name at least 10 of you motherfuckers right now.
Yeah, sitting there all fat with your fat, ugly wife, mad at your life. Good luck.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all gave us fuel to prove you fucks wrong. And here we sit. Hello. You know what I'm saying? I hope
you got to thank those haters. Because
that's
those
what I
haters,
just did.
Yeah,
God bless them.
God bless them.
They're the ones that was like, okay, they made you want to be like, okay.
They gave us the fuel to prove them wrong and say, look, we believe in ourselves even if you don't. And that's the key to everything. Look, even if no one else believes in you, you got to believe in you.
You got to believe, B.
And shut all the fucking negative voices out, you know what I mean, and go for yours.
You got to believe.
Well, when you believe, you don't have to shut the voices out. You won't even hear them.
Well, you are shutting the voices out at that point.
Yeah, if you believe in yourself, you're not even going to hear that voice.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I mean, the shit we used to hear is crazy. Oh, his voice is crazy. Oh, he raps off beat. Or, they're from the West Coast. How's that going to go over?
It becomes like a riddle you got to figure out. Like, oh, we got to figure this.
They're talking about weed in their songs. What the hell is that about?
Well, that's the best part is that they're actually talking, and that's all you need. You just got to use it.
I tell people this story. I know you're going to remember it. Belial, right, rolled us into Warner Brothers to
I remember
to pitch our demo to some lady. I think her name was Cynthia Warner, or some shit like this.
Am I thinking of the same Bilal?
Yeah,
yes,
Bilal
Bashir.
Bilal showed me how to. He showed me how to use the SP 1200.
I know. I'm just
salute to Bilal.
Yeah, when he brought us to Warner's, it was the people who signed Ice's whole shit.
He produced my first album for it.
Yeah.
It was people that were working for Sire Records or used to or whatever, and she asked Bilal if he made any of the beats, and he says, no, Muggs did everything. She takes a breath, starts the shit, and she starts eating a sandwich while she's listening to our demo. Like the most disrespectful shit you could do to an artist. And she's like, she stops. You guys are talking about smoking weed? But I mean, what are you guys even talking about here? Smoke. And then Benny Medina walks in. And then she's, remember that shit? And say, hey, these guys, Bilal says, hey, these guys are, this DJ Muggs, he's working on this new thing, Cypress Hill, blah, blah, blah. Did you do any of the tracks? Oh, no, Muggs did. Yeah, good to meet you guys. Fucks right on out the door. Like, just totally dismisses us. She dismissed us. We were like, you know what, fuck this bitch, you know what I mean? And I'm glad that she didn't see it. I'm glad people like her did not see
Be glad. I was signed there.
Yeah.
I was signed to Warner Music. Benny Medina was the head of the whole thing. Karen Jones was the only saving grace there, a lady who was super nice and wonderful to me. But they literally put me like just in the middle of like black R&B. Nope, they didn't have like a rap department or anything like that. They signed me,
put you on R&B
to Warner outside. Like they took me, they picked
then.
me up from the Rhyme Syndicate deal, and made me just like a Warner Brothers artist. You know, I was still signed through Ice, but like they didn't give any fucks. They were like, huh? So it was a disaster.
It's almost like
thank God though, because that led to what happened next.
Yeah. I mean, you know, these motherfuckers sometimes just don't know what they're doing. They're, you know, to some degree they do, but in that, when it's so new, like when Spanish rappers came up, they're trying to market this shit to the Spanish market that didn't listen to rap yet. The younger folks did, but they were listening to the shit on hip hop stations. You know what I mean? Like the Spanish speaking people at that point, they weren't listening to Spanish raps yet. They were still rocking their traditional shit. It took a few years before that market opened up. And they didn't know what to do with motherfuckers like that. Now they do shit, because, I mean, it's a fucking huge market, but back in that time, not so much. But with rap shit, as early on as when you came on, yeah, they didn't know what the fuck to do with you. They barely knew what the fuck to do, period. Like the West Coast labels didn't know what to do with hip hop that much, man. I mean, some guys, they studied and they got it right, but most of these labels that were just looking at it as like, oh, well, we got to sign some rap shit. They didn't know what the fuck to do with it.
The single I put out with, or that Ice put out off the compilation, that syndication record, that record popped off on the East Coast, man. Like,
Yeah.
but I never got to go out and do shows for it or anything because they didn't.
Oh yeah, that's how you got known from that record. Everybody, from that record, that's how.
Everybody thought I was from New York. Everybody thought I was Puerto Rican because I had the flat top with the ponytail.
With the tail, yeah.
And
I remember that.
I had Ice's rope on. Like, it was fucking hilarious.
They
But, like,
know me.
They know me. Triple O.
But yeah, that shit was a fucking blast, man. They worked that record well, but once I got over to the other department, they just were like, "Who the fuck are you, and what are we supposed to do with you?" They're about working Prince records. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what they were doing.
R&B records.
Yeah, shit like that.
I mean, these labels didn't know what the fuck they was doing either. They was rolling the dice.
Yeah, shit was
just like
I think they
everybody
bought.
else.
I think they bought Cold Chillin' right at that time too. So that was like their thing. They just had Cold Chillin' going. So
Well, these guys seen what Sugar Hill did and said, well, you know, the major label said, well, maybe we got to have some of this rap shit and try marketing and promoting like they did the R&B stuff and all that shit, or whatever the closest relation to it is, because they don't really know a market for it. They don't, because there is none yet, and they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to use old metrics for something new. And some things they got right, and some things they totally fucked it up. You know what I mean? Because now it's a whole different get down from what it was before.
Oh.
Ain't that right, Kaiser Soze?
He's like, psh, come on.
Right? I'm trying to tell you. Tell these guys, co-sign me, man. He's chilling. Yep. Yeah, the game is you know, pretty much evolved from the time we got in it to right now, still evolving, and you know, different shit happening. But the one thing, and I know you'll probably agree with me, is they got to change our fucking royalty rates on streams.
Absolutely.
This shit is so unfair to every artist out there. It is ridiculous. It's robbery. And our record companies, you know, without any of our permission, just gave them that royalty rate. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's cold as ice.
I mean, you know,
get back to work, slave. Ain't that much better when you own your own masters. I mean, it's better, but it ain't what it should be. You know what I mean? Because I know you do too. You know, and it's a little bit better, but
yeah, it's that blanket fucking rate that they give every artist. I mean, yeah, even if you own, you know, most of your shit, the rate still is what it is.
It's gonna take some sort of boycott or some sort of action by artists.
Well, see, you know, the thing is that the way that the Screen Actors Guild, they're a union. They could fucking band together in terms of the art that they represent and say, okay, well, we're gonna fucking strike this shit, and until you ain't getting this or that, right? musicians, we don't have a union like that where if one of us is fucked, everybody says, okay, we're going to stop doing our show. We're going to stop doing everything until X, Y, and Z happens. Nobody wants to blow up their shows. They don't want to blow up their fucking bottom line on a tour or merch or whatever the fuck it is. So there's no union to be able to come and change that. But it's not to say it still can't happen. All it takes is a few big enough groups to go to Congress and say, hey, this shit ain't right. You know, just the way they did with Napster, like Metallica.
I was just going to say, all it takes is the right guy with enough cash, too, that sees the argument and was willing to, like, I mean, Lars took it on. You know what I mean? I mean, whatever you like, if you don't like Metallica, whatever. That dude said, fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'm not settling for it. And if I got to pay it away, I'll pay it away. And they took that shit on.
But what about like early?
All it takes is one Taylor Swift to be like, hey, hell no, fuck this streaming race shit for everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? Honestly, like somebody that powerful could shut it down. Like it'd take 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, but our streaming rates are good. She's getting paid off of us.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, what about like we were talking about AI earlier, right? You know, AI is in music too, and it's in music creation. Like people are going to use it to, they can create generic music that's like all of us.
Yeah. That's true.
And it's good enough to just play wherever they got it on. Like, they don't have to pay us nothing because they'll just put on that version. You know what I mean?
Good. That shit is good for the electronic and shit. Some of that fucking AI shit is bomb.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, people are doing creative things.
Especially for electronic.
Well, house music, Afro beats, like deep house. Yeah. Electronic shit is, you can't tell.
I mean, we were just talking about this shit yesterday that Timbaland just inked a deal, I think, for an AI artist or something like that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
he's been making beats on that shit for a minute.
That's the shit that's next.
You figure it out, you dial it in. You got to learn the prompts. You get the prompts right, and you figure out your prompt, and then it starts spitting out a certain kind of thing because of the words you put in, and then how you put them in, like what order you put them in, and then what are the other percentages you put your other things, and it starts giving you something. And once you figure out the science of what you're trying to create, you can start dialing it in and fine-tuning it.
That's your experience as a DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, you're playing AI. Yeah.
I'll make a house music AI album and just
that's right. Same thing.
I'll be at the pool at the Wind, fool.
Yep.
I got a cabana. Pull up.
That's right. Head knock.
Right.
Hey,
it's another. It's like we were saying earlier. It's a tool. You know, you can use it to your advantage,
fun, bro. Don't
not.
take it all serious. Like my life's over. Just fucking.
Hey, look.
Get better. Shut the fuck up. And then here's a new shit that's about to.
Yep.
Like fucking. Fuck with your whole life. Like shit happens every now and then.
Yep. Better if you do it before
the strong survive.
It's
fuck
better
out of here.
It's better if you do it before someone comes and does you.
You was a drummer,
in that
and then the drum machine came out, and then you mastered the drum machine, right?
Right.
And then mastered Pro Tools. Now master AI. Just do it for fun.
Yeah.
It's like a drum machine with all the sounds in it already.
And
just
fear
ready
not,
for you to play. Just fuck with it.
Yeah, fear not as an actual drummer.
Because we're all making AI albums. Watch. In 10 years, I'll bet you all of us have one.
Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. But it's still that's as an actual musician though, whatever your instrument is, it doesn't even matter. You will always be relevant because no one's gonna go watch the AI.
Yes,
exactly. I was about to say you still have to show up and play live music if that's your thing.
Yeah.
I mean, electronica is different.
They usually just have a DJ standing and pumping his fist with sick ass.
It'll be a hologram of a motherfucker.
It's gonna be
a band.
Turning those knobs.
They
don't want to hear
the sickest hologram shit you've ever seen. You know,
motherfuckers
what I mean?
don't want to hear an AI version of the Deftones. They want to go and hear the fucking Deftones.
You think if a producer was to use AI, he has to tell the people, or he could just lie and be like,
you don't have to lie. You don't
have to tell nobody.
Nothing,
you
don't
could
lie.
just get a fake singer to act like they
just
sing.
do it and let's see what. I would like to just see what they think. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you don't gotta announce it to people like, yeah, I'm using
just
AI.
watch.
Just make.
I mean,
it'd be more of an experiment, like an art piece for me to fuck with people and be like, check this shit out.
Producers don't necessarily tell you their formula in the first fucking place. So what, like, why say anything if you're using it? I mean, you don't.
I use it. It's definitely gonna be a secret.
Listen, you're not doing interviews or podcasts telling people the keyboard or the drum machine or none of that shit you're using when you're doing a project, right? So why fucking tell them anything? It's like, okay, the proof is in the pudding. Like, do you like this song or not?
That's what
because
I'm saying.
either way, the idea that you fed it, it came from you. However, it put it out there.
You got to put the prompt in it to make it create what it's going to spit out. So
yeah,
so
it's still you like manipulating all the fucking shit, the information it has. You got to manipulate it with your words, and then your style, and then how you tune it with certain little fucking little things that got on it. And you dial
little
it in.
nuances, yeah.
Yeah, I heard somebody somewhere compare it to like and say that artificial intelligence is almost like a misnomer. It's really just quantum fast Googling. Like if you asked it to do something that never existed, it wouldn't be able to do it. Like let's say a cowboy movie script, and I'm pretty sure I'm taking this from where I heard it, never existed in the universe, and you asked it to write that, it wouldn't be able to. But because they have existed, what it does is in quantum speed basically researches every single one that's ever existed.
100%.
Takes the best parts you want from them. You know what I mean? That's the part where you have to be like, I want it to have
you got to learn
this
your
part.
language with it. It takes some finessing and it takes time, and you could dial it in.
So and it's not really. That's my point of it. It's not. Intelligence is really not what it's doing. It's giving you.
And it ain't gonna grow without us. Still, we still got to keep feeding it, feeding it. Otherwise, it just is going to just stay.
Stay stupid.
And shout out to whoever I heard say that. I don't remember who it was. It was like an Instagram or TikTok.
Well, it has to learn to provide you with the information you're asking it to give you. You know
so
what I
does
mean?
the chat. Oh, that is artificial. Same.
Well, that is.
This thing got me fucking cooked, bro.
Hey,
I'm not even gonna lie.
What we smoking? What we
Chiclets. I don't know. Oh wait, hold on.
Chiclets.
I want to smoke.
Fucking exotic cannabis hash thing.
I forgot to send you one over there. Or do you want something a little bit more potent to catch up? Hold on here.
Catch up, bro.
Here, try that. Oh wow, that spun around the merry-go-round over there.
That's nice.
Word up. I don't even need to know if we need these today, but we'll just knock this real quick. Sullen Clothing is a proud sponsor of Dr. Greenthumb Show and BREALTV. The Sullen Art Collective works with over 700 tattoo artists, graffiti artists, and graphic designers from all over the world. If you like your own Sullen t-shirt with your name on it, give it a shot. Send them some art. Salute to Sullen Clothing. All that. And if you haven't smashed that like yet, what the fuck are you waiting for? All right. It's the legend table today. Smash that like. Subscribe if you're not subscribing. Crack the all notification bell. Get down with the content we be dropping. Share it out to your friends. Don't bogart it. Pass it around like some good weed. You know, get your karma points up and all that. You know what I mean? We're about to open up the doors to the insane asylum. So if you got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion, we are here for it. Let's pop it off.
Welcome to the insane asylum.
Oops.
My bad. All right, let's do this. We got a question in here for Muggs. When did you first realize you had the love for music, and when did you decide to follow that passion?
Man, I just love music since just hearing it as a child, like as early as I could remember. I guess I started DJing in high school, like 85, 84, some shit like that, and then started DJ. You know, just shit just happened, man.
You chose hip hop over baseball.
Yeah, I played sports, baseball, football in school and shit, worked construction. I was working construction when we was doing all this shit. And DJing, making $50 a week.
Man, am I wrong? Am I wrong, or is he selling himself a little short?
Playing the backyard parties.
Yeah, his baseball skills.
Yeah,
was
you could have played minor league and you had a shot, right? I mean, if I remember.
Man, I'm good at everything I do.
That's right.
No, but I'm saying,
whatever I decide to do, I'm just dope, bro. I try to fuck up and I can't lose.
I love you.
He was a big
I'm
left.
just making
No,
sure.
I was good. I was really good,
Cats
man.
know,
I'm
yeah.
a good athlete.
Yeah,
Anything, you know, we got to do physically like that. Like I'm a good athlete. I got good senses and shit. But you know, we still here. We still fucking figuring it out. Life is good, man. taking care of the family, taking care of the kids.
That's right. And still
getting money, taking some good ass vacations.
Still training and maintaining.
Working 80 hours a week. I don't go to clubs. I don't fucking go kick it. I just work 7 days a week. Then I go on a nice vacation for like
I got
3
to
weeks.
tell you, 2 people in my life that inspired me to, like, you know, stay on the fitness shit from when we were young to now, right? Was Sendog's father.
Oh yeah, he was OG with that shit.
And this fucking guy, because when I met him, you know, he was playing baseball and he was already fucking working the fuck out. That shit stuck on me. I was like, you know what? I got to be hitting the weights too. Shit, I got to like do all that.
Some shit, right?
Yeah, and then we even got into martial arts together. We were training martial arts with a few of the homies. We'll not say names on, but a few of the homies. We got into martial arts and stuff like that. And all that shit stuck with us, and we still, you know, fuck with it today.
Got to stay right, man, before you get left. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Keep your mind right, keep your body right, stay strong, fool, stay in the fucking gym.
That's right.
And
eat right.
Breath work.
All that shit.
Breath work, yes.
Be on your
most
program.
important
Be on
thing.
program, fool.
That's all truth.
Yeah. All right, what else you got?
Or you want to sit there with a gut and have man titties at 40.
Yeah, don't
Good
do
luck,
that.
homie.
Don't do that. All right.
Browsy's in the super chat saying, salute to the whole table in Treehouse. She's saying all day. Soul Assassins all day. And she's saying legends to DJ Muggs.
Yeah.
Stola saying, yo, Muggs, make it rough. And he's saying, how is it working with dancehall reggae artist Daddy Freddy?
Oh, yeah, it was all right, man. We had a cool time.
It's the cunt button right there, specific for Cali Blaze.
That's for Freddy.
Ian here's asking, question for the table. We've talked about the importance of college radio. We've talked about the importance of college radio, but how important were backyard parties for hip hop culture?
That was part of the growth, I think. You know
They were
what I mean?
all culture.
I mean, it's kind of where we learned to hone our skills a little bit before clubs and shit like this. Right? The backyard parties?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Soze's.
What'd she say?
Repeat that to Muggs.
Cunt.
Cunt. That was good timing.
I've like seen that every time I come here and never even once thought about what it was.
There you
I
go.
can't even hear it with the headphones. The dog's like tripping.
Repeat that question to Muggs.
Ian here's asking, question for the table. We've talked about the importance of college radio, but how important were backyard parties for hip hop culture?
Man, I mean, for us, they didn't want to hear hip hop. They wanted to hear dance music and freestyle. We had to come in. They was like, oh, hey, what the fuck is this shit? They fucking the party up. They slowing shit down. But for the few fools that was there that liked it, you know what I mean? We went in and we banged on them every motherfucking time. Cutter, Hey, Bell Gardens, fucking South Central, Southgate, all that shit, man. We was in all the fucking backyard parties all the time. You know, the parties, there was $2 to get in. You know what I mean?
I mean, in LA,
the shits would be rocking. Then once they played Zap, the fight started. Everybody started gang banging. And then, you know, as soon as everybody started getting drunk and getting there, right,
Pretty much.
every party was over. Shootouts and shit. But
That's why a lot of DJs didn't want to play rap.
that was that. And then, you know, on college radio, that shit was like, they made Facebook based off of college. So that was like our Facebook, going to college, doing college tours, college radio, getting into college newspapers. You know what I mean? Getting that word of mouth, college kids talking about us, the college kids going back to their city. When they get back to their city, they tell their friends what they know. And everything was like word of mouth back then, man. That's how the promotion really went.
That was the rap game. I mean, at best, in your own city, you might have a Friday night or Saturday night mix show that played a little rap.
At best.
Yeah.
The college stations, that was I remember when we signed to Tommy Boy, that was our first 3 months, was in the back of a fucking van going every fucking college in America.
Yeah, the college tour.
We could go to.
College tours. Like
That was the music game. That happened to the straight. That was in metal too. That happened to everybody. That was where we all came from.
And they don't do that anymore like they used to. I mean, they to a degree, but like back in the day, that was how they launched you.
Yeah, that's how they build your hype. Like, they got the internet now, so it's all fucked up. But that was where you went first, college
They also
radio.
sold records then. You know what I mean?
True that.
It was different.
I mean,
True
all
that.
punk rock. That's all parties.
Yeah.
All the whole punk scene.
Yeah, I mean, there's still backyard parties for punk scenes. Oh, shit. The poor kids were throwing those
Yeah,
a few years
they
back.
still are.
They still do, right?
Yeah, they still doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Poor Kids is a squad.
Oh, it's all a big comeback. Everybody's killing it now. All that shit.
Oh, yeah.
All the live punk rock shit is crazy.
Oh,
man.
hell yeah. People are into that that real raw shit. It hasn't died. It's still there. It's still in the hearts of many. They just got to find it. All right, what else you got?
Like when you guys would play college shows, would you guys play like exactly on campus, or
Yeah.
would it be off campus?
No, on campus.
Okay.
In their arena or auditorium or wherever they
in the quad.
On the quad. Wherever they had their entertainment shit was at. You know what I mean? I remember shit. On some of those tours, we'd have like the football players from that particular university on stage mosh pitting or in the pit, fucking mosh pitting at that point on the Soul Assassins tour, on the tour with Rage and L7, on the tour with fucking 311 and Farside.
That was when you
all
knew
through
you,
that.
That was when you knew you were making it. It was when you were playing the frat parties. You were doing college shows and parties at the same time.
I don't know if we ever did frat parties.
We didn't do that shit.
We definitely did. A
lot of orgies.
For us, it was when we were doing 3 a nights.
A lot of cunts.
In a van, like 3 a night club shows.
Yeah.
Driving like an hour, 2 hours up, do a show, 2 hours up, do a show, and walking around 30, 40 grand in cash in your pocket. That's when I knew. That's when I knew.
Yeah.
That's killing it. That's killing it.
But this is like, I'm talking about this, but you're literally going and doing 2 songs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all you could do back when we went to Red Zone. You didn't want to do 4. They had to fucking get the fuck off the stage. Back in the days, did 2 and get the fuck off the stage.
Yeah, that many songs was too much. Now you can't peel a motherfucker off the stage. I want to do the whole fucking hour and a half that was allotted to me. Like before, I used to feel that. Like if we went somewhere and they said, okay, you got 45 minutes, and then all of a sudden we only got fucking 30 minutes. Back in the days, we tended to not give a fuck. Well, no, back in the days, we'd want to play the 40 minutes and be like pissed off
it'd be
about
insulting,
it.
yes.
But these days, Everlast, it's
absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, I agree. Yes, 100%.
Wait. So I signed a contract for 45 minutes, and I only have to do 30.
I only have to do.
Thank you.
Cool. Bam.
All right.
That's
no
a win.
disrespect to the fans, but hey, if somebody tells you get a half day, you taking it, right?
Yep.
Hey, I look at it as workouts now, right? The hour and 30 is a good workout. I'll look at it on my watch. It's probably between 900 and 1,200 calories. You know what I'm saying? If it's a 50-minute to an hour show, that's about 500 to 600 to 700 calories burnt right there and shit like that. So I equate it to workouts now, you know what I mean? And when they want to shave off some minutes, I'm all about it. Let's go, especially when it's a late show. Like if they're fucking telling us we got to go on at 11 or 11:30.
That's late, right?
Oh, man, I fucking hate those shows. Yeah. I remember there was, we talked about it not long ago, but like there was a show we had to fucking do it at like 2 in the morning.
Yep.
And we got off stage at 3:30. And then had to fuck back off to the hotel, which was like a fucking 4-hour ride. Only to go to the airport right after that.
Yo, in Japan, you get to the clubs at 3 in the morning.
Well,
they open at 3 in Japan.
Some of them, yeah.
That's the main hip hop joints is late.
Yeah, in
you
some
leaving
places,
at 10 in the morning.
You got to get ready
Back
for that.
home.
Yeah, I just never got into naps, dog. So like I can't take a nap in the middle of the day.
I'm the nap
king
champion.
The nap champ.
I'll take a quick 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and I'm back. Let's go.
I can't do it. I wake up in a bad mood. You know what I mean? Like I missed the part of the day that I should have been doing something.
Sometimes you gotta listen to your body. Your body's telling you you're sleepy.
But I don't never feel like I need one. I'm just saying in that context, right? Like you got it's the club is like the 3 in the morning shit, or the culture and crowd there is like, okay, all shows go late. So at the latest, you're going to be on stage at 3 in the morning, right? Yeah, you got to figure something out because, I mean, you got to charge your batteries somewhere. You can't just fucking be the guy that wakes up at 7, then goes and does that shit at 3.
When I'm in Europe, I always take a nap before the show. I got to get my little layout, just relax, wake up, then shower, and I'm ready to rock. And I'm going to go all night now.
Complete reset.
I'm going
kind
all
of the
night.
same.
Yeah, we going to the airplane.
My favorite thing in Europe on tour is breakfast.
Breakfast?
I like to be up early for breakfast in Europe.
Right.
So like I usually wind up before a show taking a little, 35, 40-minute nap.
Yeah, breakfast is the best. Europe.
Because at first it just happens because you're jet lagged. You're on a whole different thing. So you're up at like 5 a.m. So you fucking breakfast starts in 30 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna go up and you start.
So you like the English or the Euro breakfast?
It depends. It varies on where you're at.
Yeah, it
but
depends,
I'll fuck with an English breakfast on occasion. That's a little heavy, but I like when you get up into like Denmark and all those spots, and there's like elk meat and fucking.
I feel like they
all
load up
kinds of crazy
early.
shit.
I feel like they load up early, bro.
I want me a
like
Four
the shit
Seasons breakfast.
Motherfuckers is eating baked beans for
Yeah.
breakfast.
Yeah.
And like they going in.
They going in.
And I'm loving it.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of heavy. You know what I mean?
Well, they're in drinking pints by like fucking 11.
9 in the morning.
Were they making sure you get your
Grandma's drinking a pint.
Hey, they're making sure you get your fiber in early, son. You know what I'm saying? We need the fiber, so fuck it. Let's just get it. Let's get it over with.
Gotta hold them fucking pints down.
Yo, for real, grandmas going in out there, like drinking a beer like nothing.
Yeah. Word up.
All right, Marbell's in here. You're saying, damn, real chill. That's a lot of red. My cataract's hurting, cuz.
I'm sorry, blood. It happens. It's that day to day.
Smoke some weed.
He's asking, what was the craziest Haji Chic moment that you encountered?
The craziest Haji Chic moment? Plenty of crazy moments, but the one that always stands out to me, we were doing the Coliseum for the Lowrider Super Show, and it had rained the night before, so the stage was a little wet. Do you remember that?
Oh.
Yeah, you were there with us. We all jumped over the puddle to get on stage, each and every one of us except for Sid. He missed, and he slipped and went leg up, both legs up, back flat right into the puddle. And like thousands of people saw that.
Fuck.
That was crazy.
And then he had to hit the show like that.
Oh, yeah, because it was our intro.
Where's Sendog at?
No, he was right there. He got it back up. His whole back was splashed out. But the show didn't stop because the intro was going, and we just, he thugged it out. He got up, and we just did the rest of the shit. But everybody saw that.
Well, we all know the show don't stop.
The show don't stop.
I mean, it will. I mean, there are some things that will stop the show.
Back in the day, for hip hop shows, there was a couple things that would stop the show.
Yeah, there are some things that will stop it.
Technology and ignorance. You know what I'm saying?
Ignorance every time.
Ignorance stopped it more than anything. But
one time, like one of the tours we started, like Danny Boy in one of the early shows, I think like ran across the stage and there was like a gap. And I guess boom, broke his leg.
Danny Boy broke his leg?
Yeah. And the crazy part I was in, I looked over here to Stefan, is because I just saw Scott Ian, right, from Anthrax. And like, we had just started the tour. It was like we were going to have to cancel it. Danny couldn't come back for like a week or so. He'd be casted up, but then he'd be all right to come back. So Scott Ian came and was Danny Boy for like a week plus on tour.
Really?
He learned all his lyrics.
Oh, those guys were hip hop heads too.
Oh, they loved. We were just talking about it like 2 days ago. I saw him over in I won't say where, but we saw
Scott
each
was
other.
living the dream then.
Yeah. He fucking actually was just saying how it was one of the funnest things. It was fun though. It was crazy. It was hilarious to me, but like crazy.
His generation was the first in the metal shit that was like
I'm the man. That shit was hard.
That was like cool with the hip hop shit, that they grew up off of it too. Because before that, metalheads didn't want to get down with fucking hip hop.
No, they didn't grow up with it.
Yeah, but his generation did.
Yeah, they grew up listening to hip hop, making metal. Like, but I want to make some shit like some hip hop shit.
Yeah,
that was my favorite shit. Was Anthrax, the Anthrax Public Enemy shit.
Yeah, that was
I
awesome.
fucking loved it. I was like, this is the best.
That was a great mix right there. All right.
Stoll is asking, yo, Muggs, what's the origin on House of Pain in your perspective, starting with the demo tape that you gave Everlast and Be Real co-sign it? He's saying Soul Assassins forever.
Shit, man. I met Everlast. We went in the lab, and I mean, not the lab. We went to my bedroom. I had a little 4-track cassette.
That was a lab.
That was the lab.
4-track cassette recorder. We just made a few demos. I think we did the first one was called I Don't Give a Fuck. It was all right. It's like, all right. And then we did Put Your Head Out. And all the homies was playing it on Cypress. And then me and Bieber was talking one night. Man, should I work with this motherfucker? I don't know this fucking guy right here. And Bieber was like, nah, man, fuck with him, man. Yeah, I was like, all right, cool. And then yeah, we went in and knocked out Jump Around, and then now we're killing it.
Killing it.
Hey, man, it's great, man, when you do a joint and you realize, like, 20 years later that it's a fucking slammer.
Still. Dude, me and this dude, we wrote a Louie. We wrote a fucking like zeitgeist fucking song. Like that's never going away. I mean, I don't mean that in an arrogant way. I'm like, that shit's never going away.
No, it's right. That's exactly right.
And you almost know when you got a hit, right? I know you guys, when you heard that shit, you was like, yo.
You know a special song when you hear it.
Nigga.
But it's like a hit,
shit.
like what do you measure a hit? I would never measure this. This is beyond a hit.
Yeah. That's what I mean by it's
like an anomaly. It's some other shit like
Louie of the 90s.
It's Beethoven.
I don't know about Beethoven.
That was very profound. But I'll tell you what. It's generational because it's going to get passed down for sure. You hear it at a lot of different events. You hear it in movies. It is that shit.
Almost every sporting event.
Listen, when we cover your song, and I tell you what,
I should have came someday.
We probably cover it better than everybody, and that is a fact.
Everybody kept saying, "Oh, Everlast is about to come out." I was like, he ain't coming out.
What I say about this song, and I mean it. You know what I say about this song? It's the most impactful hip hop song ever made globally, because listen, we cover it, and what happens when the notes jump off, bam 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 bam, it's immediate explosion. Now it could be us covering this song, it could be this person or this person or this person covering that song, and guess what, each one is gonna explode because it's that fucking song. It's just a fact.
After that crazy intro, you guys had to come with that. That beat.
It's the groove. Yeah, the groove right after it is what seals it.
That's the seal. Right?
It's special when you hear it, and then that's a fucking fact. You know, there are a lot of hip hop songs that have that special something, and when you hear it,
the video. House of Pain, the jump around video.
Yep.
You know,
Shady Perez.
Yo,
Shady
we
Perez,
love. My favorite part was when the dude was getting punched in the face. Like that's my favorite part of the video.
That was just like B-roll.
That's New York shit.
Because they weren't. We shot our stuff on the parade where we kept hopping in and getting kicked out. That was all. There was no permits for that video, and then Shady went to Madison Avenue, and the next Avenue over, where all the fucking drunkards were fucking all the fights happened. So that's where they caught all the fights.
That's fire.
And Shady was fucking great, man. Salute to Shady Perez. He did Kill a Man.
That's
for
how
us.
we got. That's how we got to use him.
Man, he did Reign of the Tech for us. A lot of classics, man.
A lot of legendary work.
Lot Shady.
Salute.
I feel like there's so many factors to that song. Like, it's not just the sporting thing and all that. Like, it's also like one of them drinking songs. It's like a party song.
It's a party song. It's a pop-off song for sure.
Come on.
You know, it was good, man, for them. Funkmaster Flex wanted to sign us at Priority for like 75 G's. Like, nah, man. And then Joe the Butcher for a minute, and then Monica Michaels hit us up. Monica Michaels was from Tommy Boy, but she was like, yo, this reminds me. Monica Lynch, yeah. She goes, this reminds me of my brothers. I go, what do you mean? She goes, they go to church and they go to the bar and get drunk and get in fights. And she was Irish. So her understanding what they was about was just big, because they had a champion right there that was signing the checks, and then she pushed it, you know, for them. And you know, and then the guy who did Killer Man did they shit. Shady was dope, and then Bong.
Bing bang.
It was a moment, man. It was a vibe. It was a moment. We were all
it all lined up.
It all lined up as
synchronicity.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
I remember a week after them coming to LA and us signing with them, going back to New York, and it already like coming out of people's cars. Like not on the radio, like tapes. They had flooded the streets.
Oh yeah,
with, like
mixtapes was big.
And just little promo singles. Like we had a green one.
Yeah.
Wish I would have kept all that. I did. I lost a lot of it in the fire, but it was crazy, man. Like I remember seeing motherfuckers bumping it down the street, and I knew it was insane when we were at. It wasn't Nell's. It was something else. With the Rex's, with 2 floors in New York, and we were up on the 2nd floor, and the DJ played "Jump Around," and fucking the floor. I thought the floor was gonna fall. Like I was like literally like, oh shit, the fucking floor is gonna fall. That's when I was like,
that's a crazy ass feeling.
Something crazy is going on.
That's a crazy feeling. We did a show in Portland, and the gig the venue that we were at, the crowd when they were at the floor, I was like, oh shit, we're going down.
It's crazy when they get crazy. All right. Next.
Jeff Rosen, you're saying this is a hip-hop enthusiast dream. To see Muggs, Everlast, Psycho Les, and Be Real in one spot is classic. Muggs, great seeing you again in Chicago last year. Soul Assassins all day. He's saying Chicago chapter.
You. Cheers. Salud.
Jeff Rosen, you're saying, Muggs, are you going to do a Spanish LP with Cynic?
Yep. Yeah, we got about 25 songs recorded. 1 song a month for the next 24 months.
And Cynic's dope. He's got a dope style, man. His voice too cuts through like a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, Cynic shit is gonna be really good. I think y'all gonna be really surprised with what's about to happen. Like I said, 1 song a month for the next 24 months.
I can't wait to hear that shit.
Marbella saying, Grandmaster Muggs, Haji Sheik said you had a mean left hook. Were you a boxer?
Nope. Muay Thai.
You ever get any punches in on Sendog?
No.
Only on his birthdays when we were in our 20s. Remember we used to like line up, wait.
Yeah, it was happy birthday. As soon as he came home from work, we started lighting his ass up.
It was real. Sorry.
Megan's in here saying, piece of the Asylum, Treehouse, and Table of Legends. Any advice to someone who loves making music but only has a guitar, a phone, and an old-ass Tascam?
Shit, more than enough.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Look at the post I posted yesterday. That's me at a guitar and my phone.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix only had a guitar.
I remember when I used to bang on pots and pans in my as a kid, like to make a beat, to hear a beat, and here I am
doing beats on tables, on walls, windows.
You do what you can with what you got, man, and make it happen.
Lee in here saying, Muggs, Sleeper Cell is fire. That Tom Sawyer song by Rush y'all played in the mix last week, he's saying just fire.
Oh, good looking out. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Soul in here saying, yo, Muggs, you as the head of the Soul Assassins Collective, what did you think of the rest of the other DJs? Lethal, Ralph M., Baker Boys, and T-Ray. He's saying they're beat making on SP1200 and DJing.
Man, I don't know what you're talking about, but they're all fucking great people.
Anton here saying, what up, Muggs? I've been a fan of yours since 783. A whole lot of love. My question is for Everlast. Will we be seeing a House of Pain reunion?
Nah.
Fair enough.
He's like,
fair enough.
Womp, womp, womp.
I've done it. There's been 2. There's been 2. It's. I'm old.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
We're gonna have a reunion in hell. So everybody's welcome.
I'm waiting for B Real to just take me out on tour and bring me out at the end of his shows. Wheel the old man out and let me do Jump Around and get the fuck home.
I'll fucking dolly you out like Hannibal Lecter. Let's go to remove the mask.
Let's go, dude. Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit
I'll give you such the friends and family price on that, bro. The nice bunk, a fucking room, and some fucking shopping money, bro. Let's go.
I'm good for a verse.
I like traveling. Give me a little fucking motorized fucking wheels. I'll wheel out and then jump up, and then I'll jump up and fucking everybody will get happy.
That's real though. That would really happen.
Yes, it would. The place would ignite. I tell you. All right.
Ant's asking, Everlast, are you and Danny Boy good?
That's my brother. We're good. We don't see each other, but it's just life.
He's in Tulsa.
Yeah. We live different lives. But yes, I love all my peoples.
Picklich is saying Cypress Hill music hits deep. Just check the YouTube comments. People aren't just fans; they're grateful. That's real influence.
I'll say this, because even if no one else will say it, we had hit albums that cut deep into people's fucking lives that they grew up with a lot of these albums. So, that's why you see such real comments on these albums and the music and certain specific songs and stuff like that. And the style that my big bro, DJ Muggs, was bringing in terms of the music was untouchable. He influenced so many, and he don't get the flowers for none of that shit, but we know it as Soul Assassins. And, man, it was a style that couldn't be touched.
Dude, I knew it, 8-10 months before your first album came out when you guys played it for me in that fucking apartment after that reggae fest. I was like, holy fucking shit. Because to me, rap was fucking boring as fucking.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
I was like, you guys just fucking. House of Pain originally was going to be a live band until I heard that fucking record. Then I was like, fuck. And then we like freestyled that day, all out like for the afternoon. He started playing beats afterwards.
And I'll say this, Bugs, you gave me a piece of advice that stuck with me through this whole shit, even till now. You said, if you want to be one of the best, you got to be around the best and be fucking with the best. And that's what I set out to do, like to challenge myself and get on shit with other bad motherfuckers to make me step up my shit. And that has held me up for all these fucking years, man. And any young motherfucker coming up, that's your mentality. You should have that. I want to fuck with the best. Just like if you're a boxer, right? Like if you're a real boxer and you're trying to be the best, you want to take on the best so that you could show you're the best, right? So you take on the best fighters to like show and prove. It's the same thing.
You want Don King in your corner.
You be around whack rappers, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna rub off. You're gonna start, spitting out whackness and shit. And that ain't no good.
That's terrible.
Be around the best.
Yeah, man.
You gave me that. Kind of like Ricky Bobby's father said, if you're not first, you're last.
Pretty much, huh?
That's real.
But it's real.
That's all real.
We still winning. That's right, goddammit. Next one.
Mike in here saying, Muggs, do you have one rapper on your bucket list you want to make a song with?
No.
Nice.
I like that answer. There we go. We got Soul in here saying, yo, Everlast, a euro ain't nothing but a sandwich, and a legend ain't nothing but a car.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Muggs, what's your opinion on, is it Baphomet? Is it positive or negative or potentially both?
I don't have no idea.
Baphomet.
Whatever you want it to be. Whatever you want your truth to be and your reality to be, you're going to figure it out for yourself. Good luck.
You're on your own, buddy.
He made that sound like he made it sound like a perfume over there.
He said Baphomet.
Baphomet? I
He
believe
does.
that's what it was.
He does that all the time.
I had to look it up. Baphomet, but I used the French version. Baphomet.
He went French on his joke. All right.
That's what I looked it up on YouTube. I watched a little video. That's what the dude called it.
All right.
We got Muse in here saying, salute to the table. Question for Muggs and the table. Have you ever thought about sharing your producing efforts in a live setting like Twitch or YouTube? It'd be great to see you guys putting in the work.
We're doing a live production.
Oh, no, I ain't even thinking about that. Maybe one day if I'm high and somebody got the camera and we feel like doing it, we might flip it real quick. But for the most part, that's the last shit on my mind.
Yeah. You don't want to give up what it all takes, because sometimes it's just a vibe, and you might not be doing shit. It gets sparked off something. But then you also don't want to give away the bag of tricks neither.
Yeah, I mean, if you're exactly. You're painting or not. It's not even like painting, because painting you could do that and it's not the same. But like you're giving away the song.
Yeah.
Like they're not even going to be surprised by this great song. They're going to have heard it
Man.
And
After the fact,
I'd rather go ride a bike at
like-
the beach or pet my dog or do some other shit than do some fucking
No, but I'm saying
Twitch shit.
recording it and then after the fact revisiting it and being like, here's how we did it.
Well, you know what would happen if you did allow motherfuckers.
That's the new shit these motherfuckers is fucking with right now.
I understand.
Well, they could do that. But
Well,
what
I mean,
hap-
Static and Bun, they make an album like in a day, 24 hours. Like
That's all good, but I'm saying if you did that shit live, you got scrutiny happening while you're doing it before you even finish with it. It's like having an A&R guy while you're making the fucking beat.
When I make music, I make it for me. Everything I do is for me. I'm happy with it. I feel good. I get excited. And then if y'all like it, cool. And if y'all don't like it, cool. And then some of y'all happen to like it. You know what I mean? But I don't even think about these motherfuckers.
Muggs,
one of my
Muggs-
favorite things, I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
was when an A&R guy would come by the studio with this guy in the early days.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I
okay,
was-
cool. Tell him to wait in the lobby. We'll be with him in
That's
a
what I
minute.
was about to ask,
The
Bugs.
first motherfucker ever, the A&R guy. I didn't put the 808 in yet. We was working on fucking Hand on the Pump and the shit's playing. He goes, yo, you should have some bass in that shit. And I said, man, get your ass outside, motherfucker. Go outside. It was Kurt Woodley.
Kurt Woodley, yeah.
And that was it. Like, what are y'all here for?
Yo.
You want to make the record?
No, I remember.
he was
shut up and just do the
That was a
do the
label
sample
shit.
clearances.
No, one of my favorite lines that you said to one of them that came and suggested, "Hey, that would be great for your record."
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Everybody goes, hey, you know what you should do, Everlast? You know what you should do? You should. And you'd be like, that's a great idea, homie, but save it for your album.
You should play the harmonica.
Luckily, by the time I got there, you had already done it enough that I knew, like, don't even let him in.
Don't even let him in.
My favorite shit would be like when he would say, like, yeah, tell him to wait in the lobby. I'd be like, oh, that poor motherfucker.
I mean, that
was
because they'd wait all
yo,
night.
I swear to God, back in the days, that was some serious shit. If some motherfucker opened your studio door and you didn't know this nigga, yo, we stopping the music.
You about to
what
beat
up,
their
what up?
ass though.
You good?
See, it was
Yo, what's good?
that shit was violent. You was about to beat
like,
their ass.
like we would stop the shit. Like,
Go
yo,
look for
who's
him in the
this?
lobby.
Oh, my bad.
Oh yeah, that was a violation right there.
Do that shit.
And like we traditionally didn't have record company motherfuckers in there because we didn't want them like trying to tell him how to do the song.
I had the blessing of having a record deal before Cypress Hill. It was 783. And you know what? They was like, y'all, this is going to be a photographer. This guy's shooting your video. This who's producing your record. These are the clothes for the fucking photo shoot. And then after that, I was like, man, fuck that shit. We ain't doing that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Same.
You learned it too.
Yeah.
You learned that was the first little introduction to this shit. And you're like, oh man, fuck y'all. We ain't fucking with y'all.
That's why I went from suits and like ponytails to like shade this
Like,
motherfucking
they had cornball in there trying to tell you how
punk rock my shit out.
Yeah.
We definitely kicked A&Rs out of our rooms too.
You had to.
Yeah, because it just, we couldn't be normal with this nigga here watching us like, get the fuck out of here.
I don't ever remember him getting in our room. He would literally be like, yo, no, just tell him to wait in the lobby. And after after a while, they just stopped coming around.
We didn't even like strangers around. We're here working. Like, don't come in here like trying to absorb this fucking energy. We trying to do some shit over here.
I mean, that's what prompted us to go to New York to make Black Sunday was because we had too many motherfuckers stopping in on the studio that didn't need to be there.
Ain't nothing like just going to the country and getting a big ass house and putting a studio and having a chef and just making a record. And it's 24 hours a day consumed in the record. Because a lot of the best, when you make the albums, it ain't about when you're making the music. It's when you're watching TV or you're taking a walk or you're getting a coffee. And it's all those in between times and the conversations that make the album great. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So, I mean, it's kind of similar just to like why would we spend 3 days playing fucking pool with paying for a studio because we never knew.
Because you're making the album when you're playing pool.
Boom, boom. Oh, shit. I got it. And you got to go in and make it happen.
Absolutely.
You know what
It's
I mean?
definitely fun recording.
And the
other
budgets
places,
were
in
unlimited
other
kind of
places,
back then.
you know?
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, like I've done records in Germany, I've in Switzerland, you know, wherever the fuck. But it's dope, man. You know.
Yeah, I've been able to record in different places, but one of the things you always brought up back in the day was like recording an album in Amsterdam.
Yeah, just
Dream.
Amsterdam's the shit.
Yeah.
You know, you get a little spot right outside of the center of the city. Like
Make sure I'm on that album.
dope ass fucking 7,000 square foot fucking full building and shit. You put your little studio in the fucking kitchen.
Yep.
And then just go to work and
go
just
for broke.
eat good food, hang out, smoke some weed,
Bang, bang, bang.
Bang out a couple, at least two song in the
And
morning,
you know
song
what's
at the
dope?
night.
You could go dig into, go to the record shop, come back with some goodies, and you might be like, boom, boom.
They do got
Steph
some,
through. He's gonna play some bass lines,
making movie or the whole making the record,
some
just having a good
guitars.
time, live.
And you're within a train.
You could
ride
bring the
of
family.
fucking
Hey,
a lot of
and you know what,
places.
man? Just get your own spot, get your family, bring your family out, go kick it with them in the day. We in the studio.
Already,
We in the studio at 5.
Everlast.
We in the studio at 5. Just come to the studio at 5. We good.
Playing the guitar.
And are you telling me, is this a plan? Because I
You
sound
can
like
bring
a
the
plan.
dog, too.
sounds like a plan,
Sounds
right?
like a plan.
Dogs. Oh, I'm ready to go, man. That's what I'm all
okay.
about.
We need to plan
about,
it out.
I'm about traveling, the family, and then making some good music.
Yeah, we got to do that. It's never too late. All right, what else you got?
We got Kyra saying, question for the table. What would you tell kids today now that the school year is ending to inspire the children of today? Sometimes they don't want to hear it from parents or family.
Inspire the children of today.
1, you're never alone. 2, you can do anything you want. And 3, have a good time.
All right.
I concur.
Yeah. Believe in yourself more than anything. You know, like we talked about earlier, you got to shut all the other voices out. Believe in yourself, believe in whatever your dream is, and most importantly, you must put the work in.
Put that work in.
Put the hours in. You know, you got to dedicate yourself to whatever the fuck that is.
Dedication.
And, you know, go for yours.
Commitment.
Nobody's going to make it happen for you. You got to make it happen for you.
God damn it.
I'm gonna say all of that is super valid, and I will just add to it: do unto fucking others as you'd have them do unto you. That's that's
humanity.
You know what I mean? Really, honestly, I mean,
Word.
kind of cures a lot of the bullshit.
True that.
If motherfuckers could get it together.
If motherfuckers could get
It's
it.
all about making your mind up.
Choices.
Make your mind up to do shit. You gonna do that.
That's right.
Yeah, commit to the life you want to live.
All right.
Don't be a little bitch.
That's right.
RS70 saying, well, he's asking, do you guys remember where you were during the 1992 riots?
Oh, we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
where
some tennis shoes.
Everlast and I drove right into it while we were on mushrooms.
That's
right?
hilarious.
Who else was with us in that?
It was in the RV.
It was in the RV.
We was coming back from
You
San
were
Francisco,
in there with us too.
Humboldt, doing, doing
Humboldt.
shows and shit. Coming back in the RV, coming through LA. We was in the shit. We was on the freeway, and there was no cars on the freeway at rush hour time. And then we was looking. There was fires, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 fires.
Were you still shrooming at that time?
Yep.
Yeah, we were too.
Well, we just kept eating the bag to stay awake.
Stay awake, yeah.
And we got to the
make
crib,
the
and,
drive.
then there was like, I went to sleep, then I woke up, and there was 25 fires. And
Yeah.
Get up, back up, and there's like 60 fires. Motherfuckers was burning shit up.
It's like the apocalypse. Yeah, that's where we were.
We were
So
coming
on
back
a-
from Humboldt
come
County,
back.
shrooming our fucking brains out.
Yeah. Questioning what the fuck was happening. All right.
All right, best question of the day. Sorry, not sorry. What's the longest beer drinking binge y'all done?
I don't drink beers like that, so I don't have a beer drink binge.
About 34 years.
Man.
And still going?
Yeah, I early on I was a big beer guy. Then if I'm gonna drink a whiskey or something.
Yeah. I always been a beer dude, but now I just like drinking good beer. We started off drinking that bullshit. We come from 40 ounces. You remember that? Gasoline in a bottle, cold
malt liquor
in the winter, drinking it with mittens, shit like.
Yeah, no.
Smoking blunts and all that, Muggs, no, he was there.
Yeah, cold ass 40s in the winter.
True that.
I used to go to Poppin' Kim's in Queens. Remember the spot Poppin' Kim's?
Oh, man.
They had the ice cold 40s from the freezer. They had a little like light slush almost. Like that motherfuckers was so cold, boy. We used to roll over there just to get 40s.
I'll say this. I remember the first time you took me to New York, and it was like kind of winterish, right? And we fucking got bottles of brandy. We were like, fucking, this is what's going to keep you warm while you out.
Yo, for real.
That was
That's
that
some
shit,
New York shit.
That's some New York
Drink some brown.
Hey, brandy will keep you warm.
It did.
That's some Clint
I
Eastwood
swear
shit.
to God. Listen, I was
Forgiven.
I was a straight Cali boy. I had never been in no fucking winter. And we go to Queens, to stay at his grandparents' crib, and it's fucking ice cold out there. The type of shit where if you don't know how to drive, you're sliding on the fucking road, right? Like that kind of cold. We're seeing people slip and bust their ass walking down the street, shit like that. I'm like, yeah, brandy. That's the ticket. And that shit was real.
They gave you a bottle of brandy and a Shirling.
Oh my God.
Brandy
warm up,
and
man.
The long ass in the trench coat, he was good.
Yeah, brandy in a trench coat. Let's go. Oh,
That
man.
was living. That was like 89.
Yeah. Yep. That's right.
And I had a Lincoln Town car too.
Yep.
Smashing, listening to fucking dance hall.
That's right. All right, what else you got?
Sarah in here saying, love you, Muggs. Stay dangerous is the cut.
Stay dangerous. That's the cut, man. Shout out to Skinny Pimp and Heartbreak JC in Memphis, man. You.
Sega Sonic Blue is asking, can I get a shout out for my son Samuel? He graduates today from middle school.
Hey, congratulations, Samuel.
Congrats.
Stay in them books.
Samuel.
Hell yeah.
We kind of talked about this a little bit, I guess, but Renegade Sketches is saying my retired neighbor got me drinking whiskey, and I'm getting me away from the beers. What's the table's favorite whiskeys?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm just gonna come out and say my current favorite, like that's pretty accessible and easy to get, but is like a 20 or 21-year-old Redbreast.
And
couple $100 for the bottle, but it's well worth it.
Redbreast.
Yeah.
Sounds exotic.
It's actually, I think from the same company that makes Jameson. I think it's just a little upper echelon, I think.
Mine is that crazy shit I can't pronounce. Lafalin. Fuck, I can't remember how you fucking say it. How do you say it?
I think it's Lagavulin. I don't. It's a little too smoky for me, but I know what you're talking about.
If I had the bottle, I could tell you what it was, but I can't.
Lagavulin or
some
whiskey?
shit like that. Yeah,
Whiskey.
Yeah, Scotch whiskey, something like that.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that one's a good one. Boom, that one right there, Lagavulin.
I said Lagavulin. There we go.
You said it.
All
right.
right.
That's that shit right there.
I like when I'm pleasantly surprised that I'm correct.
The smoky bottle is the one. You want that shit. All right.
Lagavulin.
Midget Mike saying, before the world ends, can I please get a song by Muggs and Psycho Les called Back in the Smoke?
Oh, yeah.
Back
Hell
in the
yeah.
smoke, all right.
It's already done.
Let's go.
Did that shit last week.
It's manifested.
AI's making it now.
Mm.
AI. Hide these nuts.
Chris Rubin in here saying, legendary table today, salute from Chicago. And Weezer in here is asking, yo, Muggs, what's the shortest time you made a song in? Was it a hit as well?
Oh, man. I don't know. Songs, I made beats in like 5 minutes. Songs are a little different kind of a thing to do, you know what I mean? They take a little longer. But we made some that was one take, pretty bangers.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens where it's like, a lot of times you spend a fuckload of time on a song and then by surprise the shit you spend the shortest time on actually is the one that fucking pops off.
The winner.
Yeah, because if shit wasn't right, we'd rework it. We'd be like, "Oh, the hook wasn't dope." We'd go back and just work on the songs till we got them right. You know what I mean? But sometimes you just hit it like bang, that motherfucker's a banger. It just happened quick as fuck. You didn't even expect the last motherfucker you expected to pop off was that shit.
Like Dr. Greenthumb was pretty fast.
Yeah.
Sometimes, do you remember like in the 4-track little cassette Tascam days, how many times you would make that demo and then like you'd go back and listen to it after you made the record and be like, God damn, what that shit would be so much fatter a lot of the times on those little 4-track fucking Tascams.
Yo.
That fucking tape.
For real.
No, I've heard a couple things that was better. I like them better.
Still fucks with
Yeah,
them.
no, for sure. I was like the first that syndication record for the Ice-T record was like I remember distinctly being like, man, I like
And then
the
is it
demo so much
demo-itis, or
more.
was it really better for your ear, or was it really better for them? Like, because sometimes it's dirty as fuck. It doesn't even compare on the mix. But I like them better.
That was punk rock. That was hip hop. That was why those kind of things were appealing. You know,
real.
And that's why you had to listen to him on some.
There's like R&B hooks in older hip hop that are so out of key, it's not even funny, but you love them.
Hey, but that's why you had to listen to those shits on the little tiny ass speakers to see how that shit was really coming out.
To his point, there was at least 10 times minimum I could remember trying to get the sound of the demo.
Yeah, it's hard, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was harder.
I mean, that's what hip hop
that
was
sound.
built on, man. You know, mashing shit together. Some shit might not be in tune, but it still sounds good.
But
it still sounds good.
Not to get too technical, but sometimes they had to do it like you had to you only had 4 tracks, so you might have had to stack all the drums on one track by bouncing them down. You know what I mean? So then that track winds up super fat.
Yeah, but see what you're talking about? So this is why you can't get that sound, because it had nothing to do with the sound. It was the way you had to be mentally to actually create the sound. Like you had to do things within that spectrum to make it sound.
You were in a headspace in that point.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. I totally get that.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
The last one that I see so far, this is from Rock Pothead asking Everlast, how is it working with Santana?
It was cool. It was an
experience.
Somebody didn't hear the story already.
Did he sing that to you?
Did I talk about it? Yeah. I talked about it. You know,
he's talked about it.
It was alright. It was alright.
Maria.
It's alright. That's all I'll say right now. It's alright.
This shit ain't good enough.
Keep going.
Yo.
Oh man, no.
Oh man, he didn't hear the story.
No.
Rewind a few episodes.
Yeah, if you go back a few episodes, he was very.
I think I talked about.
He was very candid about it. I'd say get into submissions, but we're really fucking over. But we got a mix after this. Psycho Les and myself, we're gonna pop it off. Make sure you check that out. Say what? Oh, here you go. Boom.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
You already know.
That's why we be having these.
I knew I was coming in, so I brought a driver today.
Yeah. Make sure you check us out on Twitch. B_RealTV is that spot. BREALTV2 as well. And you can check us out on the home site, www.breal.tv. So make sure you check out the mixes right there. We're going to pop it off. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do whatever it is.
Whatever we do, it's going to be funky.
It's going to be funky. All right. What else you got?
That seems to be it so far.
All right. We want to thank everybody for getting down with us on this legendary table session with my big bro, DJ Muggs, up in here. And my brother, Everlast, my brother, Steftone, my brother, Psycho Leezy, and all our family out there watching. Salute to all of y'all. Thank you for the time, energy, love, and support. And, keep pushing that positive shit around. And, that I can do magic within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Muggs, you got any shout-outs you want to give? All right. I think that's the best shout-out anybody's ever
And I told my brothers, my sisters, my family, everybody, you know what it is. LA, what's up?
Word up, Leezy.
Yeah, shout out everybody hanging out with us, just chilling. Everybody here at the table, no doubt. If you're on the IG, follow me, Psycho Les Official. Also go to the website, thepsycholesshop.com. It's mix day. Get ready. Real Psycho Takeover. Big Mugs. You know how we do. Let's go.
Bolton.
Yo, shout the Insane Asylum. Shout to Ray Morning Chat Film. Shout to the Dominator. And what's up, Steph?
Yep. Shout out Mark Sargent, Karen B, David Wise, Everlast, B, DJ Mug, Psycho Leezy, Bolton, Ray at Morning Shop Films, Taryn at Velvet Hammer, Dominator.
Hey, don't take no shots at me drinking.
A-Tom.
Strictly for the children.
Yeah, man.
So they got to edit all that shit out.
The little Lopezers.
And the little Lopezers.
And Javi Lopez.
Javi Lopez in the house, baby.
all the Asylum and all the different platforms. Y'all have a great weekend. Catch you on Friday. Everlast.
Jizzer, oh, man, just some of my oldest and dearest friends. Be Real, Muggs, Psycho Les, Steftone, Kaiser Soze. Don't forget to keep ordering our coffee here. We're coming
That's some
with
good coffee, yo.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that.
I'm not even talking shit because I like coffee a lot. And I put that shit, and I always put too much coffee and not enough water. So my shit, sometimes that shit tastes nasty as fuck, but I don't give a fuck. So I did the same shit with that. I put too much coffee and not enough water, and that shit was good as fuck. It was smooth.
I took 2 years developing it, the little blend going on there, man.
Sometimes that shit
it's not just one. It's a. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Take it from DJ Muggs.
I'm a 5 cup a day motherfucker.
We're doing
you know
all right.
what I mean? We old school motherfuckers. 57, baby.
Right
5 cups a day. Don't trip, Crip.
Yeah, right, right now, I mean, it's just our community, and we're doing all right. We're selling some coffee, so keep pushing it. Tell your friends. You know what I mean? It's organic built. We're just trying to, ain't nobody expecting to, get super rich off this right now. We're trying to build something and build a community and build an actual food company at some point that caters to munchies and this
coffee
kind
and
of
weed
shit without it being the whole idea is the side of weed culture that doesn't necessarily involve the weed. Munchies, the foods, they don't have to be infused everything.
The non-infused,
the good living part.
So, but Be Real
The
got
tortilla
the weed.
chips are next, motherfucker. Get ready.
I don't know. Maybe the whole inspiration, if you don't know, Muggs, comes from all the Paul Newman products. That I was high as fuck one day in the supermarket shopping, and I saw that shit. And for some reason, Dr. Greenthumb was on my mind. I was like, man, this Be Real could be doing like this whole
Paul
kind
Newman's
of shit.
gangster.
I talked to him about it. He was like, go for it. So I said, all right, let's go.
That's right.
Smoke after the joint. So when B Real passes his joints out, they get a bag of chips.
That's right.
And
So
a cup of coffee.
So check this out. For the last 2 hours, you've been fucking with the very best. Swallow that.